What's going on, y'all? This is Marcus Rosa, aka Mazuma TV, back at y'all with some more boxing talk, man. I hope everybody's having a blessed, beautiful, positive, productive night. I hope y'all had a great day overall, man. Back at y'all with some more boxing talk. We got some things that we currently need to discuss that's going on in the boxing world, man. We're gonna talk about our final predictions for Chris Eubank Jr. versus Conor Benn. We're gonna talk about the rumor that's been going around, according to Eddie Hearn, in terms of Gervonta Davis and Jake Paul having a fight set in place in November. And then we're going to get into some open boxing topics. You feel what I'm saying? So before we get into these conversations, before we start cooking, let's get the likes up, man. Let's get the algorithm on the up so that people know that Mazuma TV is live. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. Shout out to the boy Coffee Plant. He said Eubank look like the skull emoji. Well, I mean, look, man, I seen his face was sunken in, but when you look at Conor Benn, his face look a little sunken in too. So look like they both made sacrifices to make the weight. If we being honest, you see what I'm saying? But that's just sacrifices, bro. You having like you know what I mean, with your cheekbones showing don't necessarily mean you drain. Conor, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. Chris Eubank didn't personally look like dead on the scale to me. So we'll see. We'll see. We definitely gonna talk about it though for sure. Chris Maldonado, what up? He said, "What's good, bro? At work for 20 more minutes." I feel you, bro. I used to hate them shifts, bro. I used to work at when I was like 17, when I was at Franklintown, bro. Like 17, 18, around that age range. Um, I used to work from like 3 to 10. 2 to 10. Like, bro, when I worked 4 hours, I used to work 6 to 10. Bro, that was the most annoying shit in the world, bro. I fucking hated working them hours, bro. I don't even like the hours that I work now, bro. Like 9 to 5, like literally from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. That shit the worst, bro. I'm trying to find something that I could work at least from 7 to 3 type shit. You feel what I'm saying? But I get paid really well. So if I leave this job, it gotta be for something that pay, you know, extremely well. You feel what I'm saying? So how y'all feeling, man? What's on your mind? What y'all got going on? How's y'all weekend going, man? Let me know what's up. Coffee Plant say hustle, let's hustle. Absolutely. You know the work don't stop, man. As long as this world turning, we need to be working. As long as this world turning, we need to be working. That's just what it is. Stop motion MMA, what up? Yeah, I mean, I took a day off from the gym today, bro. I was feeling a little cooked. You feel me? Because it's been like 3 straight weeks of straight grind. No breaks. You feel me? So uh I needed it, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you. When I get to the crib, bro, I'll be so at peace. I just be wanting to sleep and shit. So yeah. I'm gonna have world champions. That's the goal, my brother. That's the goal, man. We want to get in the PA Boxing Hall of Fame. Then we want to hit the International Boxing Hall of Fame. You feel me? Like we want to do some groundbreaking shit. You see, man, I look at what Bozy doing right now. He doing absolutely phenomenal. You see how I seen Jack Catterall at Bozy's dungeon now. I was like, damn, like Bozy really getting this shit popping, man. And bro, it took him like what, 30, 40 years to get his recognition, and the time is here. So, you know what I mean? Hopefully, my time comes around. You feel what I'm saying? So we gonna see, man. I got a lot of work to do before we even start having these Hall of Fame conversations. Before I do that, I need to get me a national champion. You know what I mean? I need to get me before I get a world champion. I need a national champion. We need we gonna get it though. We gonna get it. It's a process. Starting your fighters from the ground up is a process, but it's not impossible. And the motherfuckers who make it seem like it's impossible, they ain't never do shit. They losers. Agent 86, what up? And I ain't talking about, and I don't call niggas who lose fights and shit like that necessarily losers. I'm talking about like when you know what I mean? Like decide to quit or you don't put in no effort, you ain't got no ambition. To me, when you lack them qualities, you a fucking loser. You feel me? Shout out to the 11 people that's in the building, man. Let's get the likes up, man. Let's get the likes up. We about to start cooking. Let's get the likes up, man. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna kill you to hit that like button. I'm telling you, I promise you. It'd be crazy how many people be watching me and they refuse to support me. That shit is weird. That's like a It's like they hate you and they love you at the same time type shit. Like they love you enough to watch you talk. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers be stealing my talking points and my angles and shit. You know what I mean? I be peeping that shit online, bro. Cause I can see who subscribed to me now, and then I'll be seeing they shit, bro. They be copying verbatim the shit that I be saying. Shit is crazy to me. So y'all be stealing my work, y'all be stealing my angles, y'all be stealing my talking points, but y'all don't want to support the channel. What's up with y'all? That's why Nas say hating is confused admiration. Y'all niggas be looking up to me for real, man. Y'all motherfuckers be looking up to me for real, but y'all don't want to admit it. You know what I mean? Might as well hit the like. That's what I'm saying, Chris. It could be so simple. It's a simple click. But you know, that'd be a little bit too much for people. You feel what I mean? They don't want to see nobody succeed for real. But let's get to cooking, man. Let's get to cooking, man. I was just checking in on there's a little bit of controversy going on. I seen Chris Eubank and Conor Benn have a dispute about the gloves. You know what I mean? According to Eubank's team, that in the contract they said Conor Benn can't wear a certain type of gloves, but the commission said that they already confirmed it. So I mean, it is what it is. I seen that was a little controversy behind that. Chris Eubank loses $500,000 out of his purse after he was already fined $100K. So in this whole lead up to the fight, this man Chris Eubank done lost more than $500,000. You feel what I mean? Damn near $1 million, $400,000 away from $1 million. Chris Eubank done lost for the egg, smacking him with the egg, along with not making weight. You feel what I'm saying? I believe initially he came in 160.5. So he came in like 160 and a half. Then on the second attempt, he came in like 160.02. So they was on top of that weight, man. Them motherfuckers had that scale down to a fucking science. Like they wanted to make sure that Conor Benn had every advantage possible. They like Eddie Hearn is doing everything in his power to like break down Eubank to the best of his ability to really give his fighter a chance at winning. You feel what I'm saying? Because you already done told him that he gotta be at 160. Now, then you telling him, the next day you can't be no more than 170 pounds. Then if he misses weight by 0.02, which I heard was like 16 grams or some shit, he has to fork over $500,000. Shit is crazy, bro, but it is what it is, man. And they said if Chris Eubank don't make that 170-pound limit tomorrow, he gonna have to forfeit some more bread. That's probably gonna be another $500,000. If that's the case, he gonna be $1.2 million down the drain. Shit is crazy, but my assessment from the weigh-ins, man, it looked like it was a sacrifice for Eubank to make the weight, but he didn't look like a dead man. You feel what I'm saying? Like, if y'all really want to see what a dead man look like, bro, go ahead and watch Conor McGregor weight cut to the featherweight division in the UFC. That's what I look at as like a dead man. I even look at like when Devin Haney's last few attempts at 135, that looked like a dead man. You know what I'm saying? Who else? Like I said, I seen Caleb Truax. The day that he fought Caleb Plant. He need help getting up the steps. I done seen people faint on the scales. I like Chris Eubank, like I said, looked like he had to make some sacrifices to make the weight, but he still looked fit. He still looked like he had water in his system. I just think that he didn't want to do too much and burn himself out because he wants to save himself for the fight. You feel what I'm saying? Fight Sports Talk. What up? He said the fight is still pointless. Fight. I understand what you're saying. It's definitely not the most meaningful fight in the sport of boxing right now. You know what I'm saying? In the UK, it's a big deal because these guys are sons of legends, and those two legends have a history of animosity and tension between each other, and they had like a historic fight in the UK. And then 30 plus years later, their sons are both professional fighters fighting at, I'm not even going to say, well, I guess you could say high level. And now, because the UK, Eddie Hearn and everybody else that's involved understands there could be a shit ton of money to be made, they did what they could to make the fight possible. So it's a pointless fight, but it's going to generate a shit ton of revenue. From what I heard, there's going to be 67,000 people there. 67,000. I heard there was, I could be wrong. Y'all could go ahead and hit the Googles. But I heard there was going to be 67,000 people in that fucking arena tomorrow. 67,000 people, bro. That just goes to tell you how big of a deal it is in the UK and why they were hell bent on making this fight, even after Conor Benn tested positive for the first fight. For the first time, there was on the first attempt. You feel what I'm saying? They were like, yo, man, we don't give a fuck if Conor Benn tests positive. That we leaving too much money on the table. You know what I mean? We're gonna get this dude cleared by the British Boxing Board of Control and make this fight happen. So they did what they did. It's a money grab. It is what it is. You know what I mean? We be letting Jake Paul slide with all these money grabs he be doing. He just fought an old ass Mike Tyson. Why not have Conor Benn and Chris Eubank fight each other? I just hope that Conor Benn ain't on the juice. And this is the thing. Everybody talking about how the way Chris Eubank look, and that's justifiable. That's justifiable. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm looking at Conor Benn. Conor Benn's face look a little bit sunken in too there. He weighed 156 pounds. So that let me know that Conor Benn, he's not as small as they be portraying him to be. You know what I'm saying? Because I had one of my homies pointed out. He was like, yo, Conor Benn looked kind of like sunken in a little bit. So I was watching and I was like, yeah, you could definitely see like, you know what I mean, the cheekbones out and shit like that. Whenever you see that, that's because, you know, some water has been taken out of your system. You know what I mean? So he probably, obviously, he didn't struggle as much as Eubank. He's not as big as Eubank, but you could tell it take him, you know, he got to come down a few pounds to get to that weight limit too. So, and I heard Conor Benn done came into fights 170 pounds and shit like that. So he's a big boy. Pause. You feel me? So he not like this all small little dude that everybody claiming him to be. He probably a sturdy 154 in all honesty. I ain't gonna give him 160. I think he's a little small for that weight class. Especially if you only rehydrate in the 170. The 160s be blowing up to like 180 and shit like that. So Conor Benn might be a sturdy 54 if we being honest. Might be a sturdy 54 if we being honest. So it's 147 over for Ben. I don't know. I heard Conor Benn say he was gonna go back down to 147. I don't know if that's the case. I don't know what's true and what's not true. You know, I guess we'll see in due time. But I've heard him say he gonna go back down to 47. You know what I mean? So we'll see. You know, if he's still targeting the Mario Barrioses and the Manny Pacquiao's, the Amir Khans and the Kell Brooks, he might find a way to get back down to 147. But you know, shit. Either division he goes to, 47 to 54, is gonna be a whole lot of smoke for him. You know, them 40s, they going up to 47 now. You know what I'm saying? Or Conor Benn beefing with Ryan Garcia. You know, he be acting like he wants smoke with Gerontas, which we all know is cap. You know what I mean? We know that's cap. Conor Benn don't want no smoke with Boots. But, you know, if he go to 47, it's going to be some smoke there. Devin Haney going to move up. All these dudes going to move up, and they're going to be there available for the call. You know what I mean? Devin Haney done business with Eddie Hearn many times. They done made millions of dollars together, so they could definitely make that shit, you know, happen. You feel me? At 154, it's a shitload of fighters there too. So I think Conor Benn fucked either way after this fight with Chris Eubank. All right, get you your little money grab or whatever the case is. But when it's time, because let's keep it a buck, man. Conor Benn, he's been spoon-fed his whole career, heavily protected by Eddie Hearn, avoiding all top competition, bro. If you really think about it, look through Conor Benn's resume. Show me a UK level fight that this man has had, like a valid UK fighter that he fought. Like, you know how, like, let's say, for example, you like London Arthur. Ain't London Arthur from the UK or some shit like that? He fight Anthony Yard, you know, like Carl Froch and George Groves. Wait. Carl Froch for was that George Groves? Hold on, let me see. I'm giving you examples of UK level fights. You feel me? Like Derek Chisora versus Dillian White. Like that's a UK level fight. Like what fights has Conor Benn been a part of that was like a highly competitive, like a top UK prospect / contender at 47 versus Conor Benn? You ain't never see that. He never had the Commonwealth belt. That just proves my point right there, because you ain't getting that Commonwealth belt based off of my understanding if you ain't facing no elite level competition out there in the UK. You feel me? So that's just what it is. So he's been heavily protected. You know what I'm saying? This man, like, and I don't know what type time Nigel be on, but I think because I'm saying Nigel. Shout out to Nigel. Because as far as I'm concerned, he wasn't a drug cheat. There was rumors about his daddy using performance enhancement drugs. Wait, who you talking about? Anonymous, you ain't mentioned the name. You talking about Algieri? Yeah, Chris Algieri. I was just about to get to that, Anonymous. So before I get into Algieri, though, pause. What I was gonna say was, I don't know what's up with Conor Benn. Like, I don't know why he be feeling like he's like this star that he could just get all these fights, bro. You didn't prove nothing. You never earned no fucking stripes, bro. You lucky you getting this. The only reason why this fight is big for you is because of your dad. So you need to thank your dad for this payday that you're getting, because you eating off of his legacy right now. If we being honest, you feel me? So it's like, come on, dog. And we really going through who Conor Benn faced. Your best name was a Chris Algieri, but at the end of the day, what Chris Algieri did you really beat? Did you beat the Chris Algieri that defeated Ruslan Provodnikov? No. Did you beat the Chris Algieri that fought Earl Spence? No. Did you beat the Chris Algieri that Amir Khan fought? No. You fought an older version of Chris Algieri that probably already had one foot out the door, bro. He was already that was a diminished version of himself. You feel what I'm saying? And that was back when you had like this fucking devastating knockout power. And ever since you done got caught with the juice, I'm watching you hit niggas flush and they ain't going nowhere. So I'm highly suspicious on how valid your knockout power is. And we gonna see tomorrow, because you moving up 2 weight classes against a dude who is naturally bigger than you. And how the way it usually goes is, the higher you go up in weight, the better they are at taking a punch, the stronger their punch resistance is. So it's going to be very interesting to see Conor Benn land flush on Eubank and how the way Eubank reacts. I think they're banking on that rehydration clause to take effect and make Eubank be chinny or whatever the case is. We're going to see. One weight class, his last was at 154, but you can make a case, Coffee, that he wasn't fully acclimated to the weight class. You feel what I'm saying? Because look at how many fights did Conor Benn have at 154 pounds? Was it like 2? He fought, let's take a look. Conor Benn has had 2 fights at 154. Technically, it was, if you want to count the Pete Dobson one, he came in 150, but like he fought Rodolfo Orozco at 154. That was a 154 contest. You know what I'm saying? But we say that I heard Terrence Crawford say, "Oh, I'm really moving up 3 weight divisions because I only had 1 fight at 154." So what Terrence Crawford is getting at is he's not fully acclimated to the weight division. So can we? Technically, it is 1 weight class. All right, cool, because he's competed at 154 before. Cool. However, because he's not fully acclimated to the weight class, he has a significant amount of time at the welterweight division in comparison to 154. I think it's safe to say that, Conor Benn is a welterweight, like they be saying in the UK, a welterweight. You feel me? 147, a welterweight. I heard Conor Benn call himself a welterweight the other day. But if you want to consider a 1 weight class move up, you justified in believing that. That's, you can make a case for that. But because I think he got a lot, he's much more accustomed to the welterweight division, I'm going to say 2 weight class move up. You feel me? 147. Yeah, they be saying that shit over there. 147. Welterweight. Them niggas just completely forget the TER. No, they forget the T. Welterweight. You feel me? Chris Maldonado, I'll holler at you, homie. Have a good night. You feel me? But nah, man, let's hit the likes. We got 20 people with 9 likes. God damn. The hate be real. The hate be real. But I was gonna put a video out earlier, man. But bro, I had 13 minutes worth of footage. Bro, my mic. I guess I was like covering the microphone while I was talking, so it sounded all muffled. I completely fucked that shit up. But yeah, I mean, what I wanted to speak about was, the pros and cons that these dudes have. I don't know if I really spoke about it yesterday. I don't even remember the live yesterday. I was so tired, bro. But the pros and cons that both of these guys have, how, what works in their favor, what don't work in their favor, and who is gonna come out with the victory. You feel what I'm saying? I probably done already did this yesterday, but fuck it, since this fight is tomorrow, we might as well just speak about it one more time. And I see a lot of people rooting for Chris Eubank Jr. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly where I'm at. I'm rooting for him. You know what I mean? I just don't, I'm not the biggest fan of Chris Eubank, but I dislike Conor Benn even more. You feel what I'm saying? Chris Eubank, he's done some wild shit in his past and all this stuff. But I've been feeling bad for Eubank. You know what I'm saying? Eubank Jr., of course. I'm seeing his dad. And listen, man, I understand. Look, and I know this probably gonna ruffle some feathers and shit like that because a lot of people got respect for Eubank Sr. But I just want to speak from a father's perspective because I'm a father, right? It's about to be 2 years that I've been a father, so I'm not as experienced as Chris Eubank. I haven't experienced Chris Eubank Sr. I haven't experienced what Chris Eubank has experienced yet within the father realm. You feel what I'm saying? So, like, I'm not gonna sit here and discredit him as a father or act like I know more than him because the reality is I don't. I got a whole lot to learn. I'm learning every day. You feel me? But listen, Chris Eubank Sr. It's something going on with dude. Is something going on with dude. This dude be walking around with them tight ass suits on with his sheriff badge, and he be claiming that he's this police officer and shit like that. I don't know where he got that from. I don't know. I don't know if that's him trolling. I be feeling like he dead serious. I don't know, but it seemed like his mental health on a decline. I ain't even gonna lie to you. It's like a strong delusion within that man. Like every time you see him, he got that motherfucking sheriff badge on. It looked like some plastic badge that he done got from Dollar Tree or some shit, and then put a thumbtack on the back of that motherfucker. He just clipping on his suits whatever chance he get. You know what I mean? That should be all propped up, nice and professional too. You know what I mean? He be talking, he's motherfucker, the top sheriff of London and shit. I'll be kind of confused. But just hearing how the way he speaks about his son is crazy to me because I remember at one point in time, Chris Eubank Sr. used to be, backing his son's play and his son was underneath his wing. But just like all sons do, and as a father, you should be doing too, you need to stop holding your son's hand all the time. You got to let them go out into the world. You got to let them make their own mistakes because mistakes help develop character. You feel what I'm saying? Like if you hold a motherfucking hand the whole time, they not gonna learn shit. It's almost like you doing your kids' homework. Are they gonna learn? You know what I'm saying? You over there doing their homework. You tracing these letters for them, and then they failing their test, and then you wondering why because you holding their hands, bro. They not gonna learn. You feel me? So Chris Eubank Jr. being the alpha male that he is, you know what I mean? Being in an alpha male type of sport, he wants to go about shit his own way. So it was all good when he was riding under his father's wing. But then when he decided to go on and just attempt to create his own legacy, his father had a problem with that. It seems like his father wants to share the limelight with his son instead of letting his son enjoy the spotlight on his own. That lets me know that Eubank Sr. is very egotistical. And it's really more about him not having the spotlight instead of hold on. My fault. Something just popped up on my phone. But it lets me know that Eubank Sr. seems to be more infatuated sharing the spotlight with his son in comparison to seeing his son grow into being his own man. Everybody's going to get to that point. You feel what I'm saying? I'm blessed to have a father that allows me to go about my life how I want to. You feel what I'm saying? And if you raise your child correctly, you don't have to worry about them backstabbing you or fucking you over or abandoning you or shit like that, man. When you raise somebody with true, genuine love, they will always come back to you. You feel what I mean? And if they don't come back to you, they didn't deserve your love in the first place. But that's just not, that's usually what happens. You know what I'm saying? That's usually what happens when you love somebody unconditionally and you put your whole life into them. You know what I mean? And they will always pay you back. They will always thank you for what you have done for them. You feel what I mean? I understand Chris Eubank Sr. has lost a son before. From what I understand, he lost a son not too long ago. And that's heartbreaking. That's something that I could never imagine going through. I wouldn't even want to think about that. I would like to be buried before my son ever is. And I think about that so much. I set up a situation as to where if something were to happen to me, my son will be good for the rest of his life. Thank God I was able to do so. You feel what I'm saying? So um that's a father's worst fear. And Chris Eubank Sr., he faced it. And I think that as a result, he's been going through some things that makes him fear possibly losing another son. So maybe he looks at his son Eubank Jr. stepping away from him and doing his own thing as abandoning him or walking away from him or him possibly losing his son because he's faced that previously and he doesn't want to feel that feeling again. Right? That maybe I'm just digging too deep. I don't know. But you could tell that Chris Eubank Sr. started to, his mind started to go a little cuckoo after losing his first son, and that's bound to happen. Like I've known people who lost brothers and stuff like that, and their mind was never the same, became schizophrenics and all types of shit. I understand how losing a loved one could really make you spiral out of control. I done seen it with my own eyes. You feel what I'm saying? I didn't even tell y'all that same day that I went live on YouTube on Sunday, I lost my uncle. I got called. They talking about, your uncle, they just found your uncle dead. And then I had to go over there and help support my family while they going through it. You feel what I'm saying? And then I got home, went on the live and was talking to y'all like nothing happened. Listen, losses, I seen losses break people. You feel what I'm saying? So I understand Eubank Sr. to a certain extent, but at the same time, it's like, bro, you gotta let your shout out to everybody that's saying RIP, man. Yeah, that was my Uncle Melvin. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to Uncle Melvin. But no, man, like you gotta let your son be his own person. You know what I'm saying? Like I know you probably got, fears and stuff, and you don't want to feel that pain that you felt in the past, but you gotta let your kids, spread their own wings, cuz. So when I go around seeing that you calling your son a disgrace, it's like, bro, you'd already done lost one son, and now you okay with having a strained relationship with your other son, bro. Y'all not gonna agree on everything. Y'all not gonna see eye to eye on everything. There's literally no excuse as to why you are not supporting your son right now. There's no reason why you not supporting your son right now. Regardless of whether me and my son had a disagreement or whatever, I could give a fuck. You know what I mean? That we could attend to that at another time. When it's an important event like this right here, you need to be there. You need to be there. And it even sound like Eubank Senior. And it's another thing too. Like this motherfucker, like he's so big on class. He's so big on I keep hearing him. Oh, hitting him with the egg was classless. Oh, we're classy. Like y'all need to knock it off, bro. Y'all motherfuckers is in a sport that's literally kill or be killed. You feel me? So it ain't no way that class, man, niggas ain't on all of that. Because he not moving how the way you move, you got a problem with him. You should be embracing your son. I mean, he ain't out here robbing, he ain't out here killing, he ain't out here stealing. This man was able to make millions of dollars devoting himself to a craft just like you did. So you should be embracing this man for being his own individual. Now you can put him to the side and be like, yo, you was a little out of pocket for that. But to be going around saying that your son ain't got no class, he's a disgrace and all this shit, I would never support you and all. Bro, why would you tell your son that? Why would you tell your son that? Why would you want your son to deal with that going into a fight? And I applaud Chris Eubank Jr. for you to still be, determined to win and still not say anything bad about your father, anything like that, despite all of the things that he said. I applaud you for your maturity, bro. I applaud your maturity because there's not many people who would have been able to, stay down while they're being disrespected by a family member. That's just me. You feel what I'm saying? So, salute to the Eubank, Chris Eubank Jr. He going through a lot, and because he's going through a whole lot, and he said some real shit too that really caught my attention at the press conference. They was like, "Oh, you gonna feel pain?" Conor Benn was like, "You're gonna feel pain Saturday night. Saturday night, you're gonna be in the worst pain of your life Saturday night." He was like, "Bro, what is pain really like? Like this is just boxing. Like I got my brother passed away. He's in a grave out in Saudi Arabia. I got his son asking where his father at. That's pain. Your father going around talking shit on you and calling you a disgrace. That's pain." And it really made me think about shit objectively. Like, damn, with all of that shit he's saying, this boxing shit light compared to that. You feel me? So it sucks. You know what I mean? Eubank Senior, like he gets a lot of respect in the UK and all that shit. And I be feeling like a lot of dudes be scared to tell Chris Eubank Senior that he wrong. But I'm telling you right now, you are wrong for going about treating your son that way, just because he want to be his own person. Like, why would you want your son to just be under your wing the whole time? Like, what's the point of growing and developing into a man if you just following orders the whole time? How about just him doing his own shit? You know what I'm saying? Like you didn't train for him to win these fights. You didn't train. You didn't fight those fights so he could end up being like you played a part. You know what I mean? He was able to be in some great situations. Being named after you, but at the same time, he's the one that put the work in. He's the one who took the punishment. He's the one that those checks are under his name at the end of the day. So it's like, bro, it gets to a point where it's like, especially when you're making that type of money and you got that type of status, you bound to outgrow being underneath somebody's wing. Facts. Like we seen it happen with Floyd and his father. They ended up being cool at the end, but once Floyd turned professional and he became world champion under Roger, and his father tried to come back in the picture, he's like, yo, I'm saying you was in jail all this time. You know what I mean? You ain't about to be, because Floyd Sr., he was used to being like the big dog, like the honcho, and everybody just following his lead and his son just listening to him. But by the time Floyd Sr. came out of jail and attempted to attend to his son to get back to the regularly scheduled programming, Floyd was like, no, I'm a grown man now. I dictate what happens here. And that's why they kept bumping heads, because Floyd Sr. was so accustomed to running shit. And then when he came back out of jail thinking shit was still sweet, Floyd was like, nah, shit, there's a new sheriff in town. Like, you ain't running shit over here no more. Like, we got a well-operated machine. We don't need your help. This is how I've been successful, and this is how I'm gonna do it. You feel me? So, you know, and I see to this day, and it was sad to see this as well. This ain't the only. Roy Jones Jr. and his father, Roy Jones Sr., they still don't talk to this day because Roy Jones Sr. felt the way about Roy Jones Jr. wanting to be his own person. So this is a very common thing. And I'm sure there's plenty of other examples outside of boxing. Whereas like the father just wants to be they want to be they want to be the alpha. They want to be the top dog. They want to be the one, to run shit all the time. And because I brought you into this world, you just need to follow under me your whole life. And a lot of men don't go for that. You feel me? Like two alpha males can't exist in the same situation, bro. It's just not how it works. Look at Shaq and Kobe. So yeah, Chris Eubank Sr., he dead wrong for that. Dead wrong for that. Shame on you. You keep talking about. I be hearing Chris Eubank saying, "Shame on you. Shame on no. Shame on you. You old wide nosed bastard. Shame on you for playing your son like that and saying that you will never support your son and how your son is a disgrace. No, motherfucker, you are a disgrace for abandoning your child like that and not supporting your child in his biggest moments. How about that? How about that? And yeah, I want to see Eubank beat the dog shit out of Conor Benn. You know why? Because Conor Benn never took accountability for that bullshit that he did with the dirty test results, man. You tested positive for PEDs, and you to this day will not acknowledge the fact that you tested positive. Oh, I've been cleared. I've been cleared, and they're more knowledgeable than you. Oh, you've been cleared. Bro, you don't need to be knowledgeable on steroids to know that a nigga test positive for steroids. And then when we ask you if you purposely taking it, you like, oh, I've been cleared. I've been cleared. No, bitch. We asked you if you've been cleared. I don't give a fuck if you've been cleared. Well, all the money that you generate in the UK, of course, they was bound to clear you. That's just you receiving privilege. And that's what you've been receiving the entire course of your career. So as a result, you have become a spoiled brat. You accustomed to having shit go your way. So when shit don't go your way, you get all emotional and act like you the victim. You know what I mean? You on that? You and Ryan Garcia not too far off, brother. Y'all kind of similar. You just haven't had no racist rant, but you're not gonna have no racist rant because you got a black father. So you would sound stupid talking shit about black people, but you and Ryan Garcia, y'all the same type nigga. That when y'all back is against the wall, y'all want to point fingers at everybody else and refuse to take accountability. It's crazy that y'all beefing because y'all got more in common than differences. Yeah, I can't send a link because I'm going live on a laptop, bro. If I was able to do it through my phone, then I could, but I can't. Unless there's a fucking way and I just don't know how. I don't know. I don't know. But you can always call through the phone, bro. We can always put you on the audio. You could call me through the Instagram or whatever, and we could hear your voice on here. That's probably the best thing I could do though. But yeah, man. Tell StreamYard to sponsor me. They might as well. They told me, oh, you produce more. You're the top 5% in terms of content creation. Bro, they sponsor me then, bitch. Well, all the people that stream, I'm in the top 5%. Then y'all need to spot. Yeah, y'all need to endorse me. Y'all need to endorse me. I'm already sponsored by Vitamin Energy, man. Shout out to Vitamin Energy, my first brand that has been sponsoring me. I am an official brand ambassador for Vitamin Energy Focus Plus. You feel what I mean? Go ahead to vitaminenergy.com and use my promo code Mazuma TV for 20% off of all products that are on the website. They got vitamin D. They got the vitamin D shots, you know what I mean, that can help you, you know what I mean, increase your vitamin D levels, pause. You feel what I'm saying? We got the rehydration, John. We got focus. We got all of that. So go ahead and check it out. We got the immunity shots as well. Trust me, I would never back a product that don't work. I'm not no suck ass nigga. Y'all know money don't come first with me. The product got to be official if I'm backing it. I'm backing it. I'm telling y'all, go check it out. Go check it out. So let's shout out to John McSmith. Shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. We got 33 people in the building. We definitely getting this shit jumping. Hit the likes, man. We got 18 likes. Let's get it up to 20. Let's get up to 25. Let's get up to 30. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So really looking at the fight, man, in terms of like their skill set and what they bring to the table, they got some similarities, but they also got some differences. So Conor Benn, let's talk about Conor Benn first, the cheater. He's fast. He's athletic. He's explosive. And he got some steam on his punches. Hasn't been showing that one punch knockout power lately, especially since he tested positive for, PEDs and all that. But nonetheless, he turns his punches over really well. You know what I mean? He got some good, he got some good explosiveness to him. You feel what I'm saying? And he got some good speed as well. He got a great engine. I'm gonna also say that, he'd be in pretty good shape. Like with Pete Dobson, he was throwing a lot of punches and he didn't even look fatigued. He looked fresh at the end of the fight. So that speaks to how hard Conor Benn works. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm gonna just say that Chris Eubank, Chris Eubank, he's flashier than Conor Benn. He's flashy. He's a showman, right? Conor Benn, I believe, is more explosive than Eubank, but Eubank is more flashier. You know what I'm saying? Chris Eubank has a great engine as well. He throws in combinations. He throws good. Like I said, he throws good combination punches. Got a great engine. You know what I mean? And I think he boxes pretty well. He got solid skill set as well. You feel what I'm saying? And is very experienced. I think it's safe to say at this point in time that Chris Eubank has been around the block. He's an experienced fighter. And, unlike Conor Benn, he's fought at a UK level. He's had the UK level fights. He's had the world title level fights. Like he done seen it all at this point. He's actually taken L, so he knows how to respond. He done been knocked down. There's a lot of shit that he's been through that we haven't seen Conor Benn go through yet. So in my eyes, he's the more seasoned guy. He's the more experienced guy. And because he's more experienced, I think that he could use that to his advantage going into this fight with Conor Benn. You feel what I mean? Conor Benn is green to a lot of shit, y'all. I understand he got a name. I understand he's popular, but he hasn't been through what Chris Eubank has been through. I think that's safe to say. You feel what I mean? And Chris Eubank's an absolute dog. Like, I seen this man get stopped, ran the rematch back, and came back and stopped dude himself. You know what I mean? Got it back in blood. So he a real gangster. You feel what I'm saying? So, they got some similarities, but there are also some differences, right? Now, they both have defensive flaws, just like everybody else do. There's no such thing as a perfect fighter, but I watch a Conor Benn box, and I'm seeing him running into uppercuts. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy because Chris Eubank has a really good uppercut. You feel what I'm saying? I think he dropped Liam Smith for one of them uppercuts. He sets the uppercut up real well. It's a little sneaky one, and it's accurate too because I've seen dudes have their high guard up, and he can shoot. He puts that uppercut right inside the high guard, so it's a dangerous shot. And I see Conor Benn getting hit with it consistently throughout a fight against a guy who's not on Chris Eubank's level. You feel what I'm saying? Another thing that I noticed Conor Benn doing is that when he jabs, he do the same shit that Devin Haney was doing in the Ryan fight. When he jabs, he drops this hand right here. They call it like the bow and arrow. Like he'll be right here and shit. Boom. Boom. You see what I'm saying? He'll start right here. Then at the end of the jab, boom. Boom. Now, that was why Ryan Garcia was able to land left hooks on Devin Haney at certain points throughout the fight. Chris Eubank could literally do the same thing to Conor Benn as a result of his defensive flaws. You feel what I'm saying? So that's a few things. That was just a little bit of what I've seen with Conor Benn. I also seen Conor Benn leaping into punches and being off balance and shit like that. Chris Eubank keeps that jab on him. He'll have him looking ridiculous and probably could get some knockdowns off of Conor Benn just off of standing square, being off balance and shit like that. You feel me? But let's keep it real. Chris Eubank got some flaws too that Conor Benn could take advantage of. For example, Chris Eubank will shoot the jab. He'll shoot a single jab, and then he'll drop the lead hand. He'll drop his jab hand down to his waist and leave a whole opening right here. He won't even block it with the shoulder. He won't bring this hand over. None of that. He'll shoot the jab and leave his head right there at the center line just to be countered. Conor Benn has a hell of a counter with that right hand. I've seen him slip a counter with that right hand with great precision multiple times throughout a fight. So there's really some openings there that Conor Benn could really take advantage of when it comes to Chris Eubank. You feel what I'm saying? But I already know Conor Benn's game plan because his dad snitched on him without even knowing. I don't even know why the fuck he would even talk about sparring and all this other shit, man. But y'all listen to Nigel Benn's testament at this final press conference. He was talking about how Conor Benn pretty much whooped on William Skull and Bruno Sarase. You feel what I'm saying? The sparring. And he was going into details saying how, they had a couple good rounds, but Conor Benn kept pressing the issue, was mauling them and was letting us, putting, walking them down and putting the pressure and essentially, beating them into submission, like wearing them out, getting them tired, and then, making them quit. And I'm like, Nigel, you do know that the game plans that are made during camp, they execute them in sparring, right? Like you know what I'm saying? So you're pretty much revealing Conor Benn's game plan. And anybody on Chris Eubank's team hears that, they should know, oh, he just revealed the game plan for Chris Eubank. He's gonna try to put that pressure on Chris Eubank. You know what I mean? He's gonna try to keep Chris Eubank on the back foot. You know what I mean? He gonna walk, he gonna walk to him. And, he gonna try to bully him, maul him in the later rounds and possibly get a stoppage. You feel what I'm saying? That's what he's looking to do. He's looking to press Eubank, uh, get him uncomfortable on the back foot, let his hands go, and pretty much outwork Chris Eubank. That's what I got from Nigel Benn's assessment. From you over here trying to flex about what your son done did to bigger guys. Whole time you just let out the whole game plan. So now you giving Eubank and them time to make the adjustments necessary to neutralize that game plan that you just put out there. Stop motion said, I don't believe Conor punched on Skull. Listen, I don't know what happened. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that he put that out there publicly is a shock to me. Unless he just throwing niggas for a loop and the whole time Conor Benn is going to try to outbox Chris Eubank, I think that was a dumb move. I think that was a really dumb move. You know what I'm saying? So I really feel like, in all honesty, man, Conor Benn and them, Conor Benn is an emotional individual. You feel what I'm saying? And because along with being emotional, I think that Conor Benn is feeling the pressure. I think he's been feeling the pressure ever since they tried to make that fight happen a couple years back. I think he was feeling the pressure from the fans. He was feeling pressure from, his family and stuff like that. He doesn't want to lose like his father lost to the Eubanks. You feel what I'm saying? He don't want to go. He don't want to take his first L to a Eubank. Like, because his father did that. He doesn't want history to repeat itself. And I think that's why he got all insecure and doubted his abilities and decided to take performance enhancement drugs. That's just my personal opinion. You feel me? So it's crazy to me. Like, it makes all the sense in the world. This man was on an interview talking about how he fears losing, and that's why he gets up at 5 a.m. and he fears specifically losing to Eubank. And I'm like, oh, okay. So that's why you did what you did. Yeah, I mean, you will never come out and blatantly said you took PEDs for this reason, but you letting out what's been on your conscience for all this time. Slime says, Mark, talk about that $500K fine for a half a pound, but didn't fine Conor for PEDs. I already done spoke about that, bro. I spoke about that at the beginning of the live. I don't know if you missed it, but yeah, I seen that he weighed 160.5, and then at the second attempt, I think he weighed 160.02, and I think 0.2 comes out to like 16 grams or some shit. So because he was 16 grams over, they fined him $500,000. Listen, man, they terrified. They terrified for Eubank to have any type of advantage. And it's like, bro, if y'all scared of the bigger man that much, then you should not be fighting at that weight class. If you so worried about how much this dude gonna weigh and how much he gonna rehydrate to, then why are y'all so hell bent on fighting this man? Don't isn't there another Eubank? Ain't like Harlem Eubank? Ain't he a welterweight or some shit? Ain't he like an undefeated motherfucker? He like 21-0 with some bullshit like that. Why y'all ain't try to fight Harlem Eubank? Is it because he not a name like Chris Eubank? Is it because Harlem Eubank ain't Chris Eubank Sr.'s son? Like what is it? I don't understand that shit. Like it's like, bro, if y'all that scared, because that's see, Conor Benn be talking all this gangster shit, but he a muffin. he a bitch. You see what I'm saying? Because first of all, just like Caleb Plant said, if you test positive for PEDs, that means you want to assure yourself. You got a lot of doubt in you, and you know what I mean. You looking for any type of advantage possible. Facts. Shout out to Caleb Plant for putting that out there because no true words have been spoken. No true words have been spoken. You feel me? Two, what the fuck was I saying about yeah, and then you be talking all this gangster shit. But when it was time for you when they was calling on you to fight the elite level guys in your weight class, you talking about Pacquiao, Brook, and Khan and Barrios, like you straight pussy, dog. You pussy. Harlem Eubank 21-0 and fights at 147. Why not take that fight? Y'all could have made a couple dollars off that. That's still a Eubank. I mean, it ain't Chris, but that's still a Eubank. Y'all could have built off that, John. What the fuck is the problem? Then Conor said, "You fighting a welterweight. Watch that be his excuse after he lose." You already know that's what he gonna say. Oh, I took the challenge. I moved up in weight. I dared to be great. You know, I'm really a 147. I'm a welterweight. Sucker shit, bro. Sucker shit. I need Chris Eubank to win this fight, bro. Like I really need you to win this fight. You know, it's time to kind of get some humble pie. Be coming around acting, he be talking crazy, motherfuckers acting like he trying to rumble and he be trying to play this big, bad, tough guy. Whole time, this nigga's a weenie. Oh my God. If Eubank wins, bro, if he stops Conor or anything like that, bro. Oh man, that's gonna be a good night. That's gonna be a good night, bro. Oh, I'm gonna sleep good than a motherfucker. You know what I mean? I'm gonna sleep better than my son be sleeping. And that boy sleep good. I'm talking about 11, 12 hours. Nigga, I might not wake up till 10 o'clock at night the next day. Swear to God, I might miss working on. Shit. Niggas is crazy. Bro, if he stopped but they, Conor Benn, Eddie and them, they really banking on Chris Eubank coming in this fight drained. You feel what I'm saying? They banking on him being shot. They praying that his 35-year-old body will not be able to respond well the night of the fight because of the rehydration clause. That's what they banking on. They don't want Chris Eubank at 100% because they know they not beating Chris Eubank at 100%. They hoping to get a dehydrated, old, burnt out version of Chris Eubank tomorrow night. Trust me. They looking to wear him out. They looking to wear him out. Bro, did you see how small that ring was? That was an 18 by 18 ring. Conor Benn and Eddie Hearn are doing everything in their power to give themselves the best chance to win possible. And salute to them. That's what they're supposed to do. Especially, you know what I mean? If you got a big promoter that's putting a lot of money into you, he don't want to fumble no bag and give you an L and then he got to start all the way from the bottom, building you up again. Smoochie, what up? Next gen said Eubank looked drained in that face off. I think like his face looked skinny, but he didn't look drained to me. He didn't look drained to me. It looked like he looked like he had to make some sacrifices to cut the weight. You feel what I'm saying? But this is the thing. And I heard Tony Bellew say this, and I thought it was facts. You know, Chris Eubank had to weigh 160, right? And he can't get past 170 the morning of the fight. So in the morning at like 8 in the morning, whatever the case is, he has to be 170. Cool. He's still gonna have from 8 in the morning to whatever fucking time that shit starts in the UK to rehydrate as much as he wants. And on some real shit, bro, like on some real shit, I don't know, man. I might have to if I was Chris Eubank, since motherfuckers want to cheat against me, I might have to get me an IV. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I think I might need to get me an IV or two. You know what I mean? I be hearing that the UK be giving out exemptions for testosterone and all this bullshit over there. Yeah, I mean, I might need to get an IV or two. I mean, yeah, IVs is illegal unless you got an exemption for it. You feel me? Because it could be a masking agent for PEDs. But man, this motherfucker that tried to fight me, he tested positive for PEDs. He tried to cheat against me. Let's get this shit popping. Let me go get two of these IVs, blow up the 185 and step on this nigga. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. You know what I'm saying? It's pressure on both guys for real, bro. It's pressure on both guys. If Eubank loses to Conor Benn, his career down the drain. If Conor Benn loses to Eubank, he never gonna hear that shit. They never gonna let him forget about that moment for the rest of his career. Shout out to my boy Anonymous. He said, but that will backfire on Eubank in the media. Would it really? Would it really? If he get an IV, that will backfire on the media. How about how his opponent tested positive, was full blown positive for PEDs in his system? The nigga went and blamed it on eggs. Nigga, do you like really think about this? If eggs had that performance enhancement drug in it, yo, half of these niggas that be walking around these blocks right now be cut the fuck up because these niggas eat eggs every morning. Eggs is solely the reason why your testosterone levels was through the motherfucking roof. If that's the case, all these every Puerto Rican nigga in Philly will be bodybuilders. All we gotta do is eat eggs. We gonna have all this testosterone. Oh shit, bet. Like it just sounds stupid, bro. My boy Anonymous said, I'll be cool with, honestly, I got no respect for Conor Benn. Like Paulie said on Pro Box recently, he's not the same fighter as he was before. He failed that drug test. Yeah, bro. Like Conor Benn was like sleeping niggas, bro. Like when he slumped Algieri like that, I was like, holy shit. Like, what the fuck? Like this nigga just iced him like that. I didn't even see Earl ice Algieri like that. I was like, bro, this motherfucker is nasty. You know what I'm saying? Like he punched with really bad intention, and then when he popped, I'm like, oh, okay. And then when he fought the Orozco kid, and he hit an Orozco with all his might, and that motherfucker ain't going nowhere, I was like, that's interesting. Maybe it's because it was at 154 and Orozco is just a big dude. Then he goes and he fights Pete Dobson. He hitting Pete Dobson with all his might, and this motherfucker ain't going nowhere neither. So I'm like, damn. That's two motherfuckers he done fought back to back. And his punching power don't look the same no more. And when he fought Pete Dobson, he weighed like 150. You was only 3 pounds away from welterweight. So you can't say like you was completely out of your weight class and shit. Like, no, like you ain't pillow punching, but at the same time, that crack don't look the same. So now I'm pause. That punching power don't look the same. So it's like, was that shit real? Or was your punching power sponsored by the juice, brother? Yo, Pete Dobson was walking through Conor Benn's punches. I couldn't believe it. I was like, bro, if Pete keep getting hit like this, he gonna get sparked. No, bro. He done walked through some fire and was cool. I was like, all right, that's interesting. That was interesting. So if you having trouble hurting an Orozco and you having trouble hurting a Pete Dobson, who's to say you gonna hurt Conor Benn? Or maybe, just maybe, you probably feel like you ain't knocking out Conor Benn. So what you gonna do is you just gonna try to outwork him like you did Pete Dobson and Orozco and shit like that. You just gonna put your punches together and try to outpoint him. But the thing is, when you letting your hands go like that, the bigger, stronger man gonna be punching back at you, and you gonna be feeling them punches because Chris Eubank ain't no pillow punching ass nigga. So y'all better hope that man drained. You better hope that he left his fight at the gym, because if not, you might be in some serious trouble. You better hope that Chris Eubank left all his fight in the gym and he had burnt out, bombed out depleted fighter right now. Because if not, you in trouble. But this the thing. This is what a lot of people underestimating. Chris Eubank coming into this ring with a lot of pain. A lot of pain. He got a lot of doubters. And you can only doubt a motherfucker so much, bro. Until they like, if you doubt them enough, they gonna start to feel motivated. You know what I mean? Especially if they fight, they're gonna start feeling motivated. And you giving them that extra little boost that they need to get through training camp. Like, y'all might have fucked around and woke up a beast with Chris Eubank, bro. Because doubters either can discourage you or doubters can motivate you. If Chris Eubank, with all the criticism he done received in his career, if doubters discouraged Chris Eubank, he wouldn't have made it this far. So I think he gonna really come into this fight dialed in. Dialed in. This is my personal opinion, but we gonna see. We gonna see. I'm looking forward to the fight, bro. I'm really looking forward to the fight. I'm gonna be. What's crazy is I'm gonna be at work when they rumbling. You feel me? I feel like, and this is the thing. Shout out to everybody that's rooting for you, big, because it goes to show that y'all got some type of heart. Y'all got some type of morality. You feel what I'm saying? Like, for people to be rooting for Conor Benn is crazy to me. Like, it's gonna be hard for a motherfucker to say that they backing Conor Benn and then actually have a reason that I'll respect for it. Smoochie said, I don't even know who I had for this fight. Why would you root for the drug chief, sister? Why would you do that? Why would you root for that? Why would you even? Damn, come on. We can't support Conor Benn, not on this channel, bro. Like, if you predicting and rooting for somebody is two different things. Like I rooted for Jamel Charlo to beat Canelo, but I told y'all my prediction was Canelo was gonna win. Why? Why Slime do that, man? Slime is an asshole. Slime is an asshole. He hit girls with the wrenches too. That's crazy. That's insane. Eubank did not have an incident. Unless that shit went completely under the radar. Nah, there's been a few UK. There's a lot of UK dudes that be testing dirty, but Eubank ain't one of them that I know of. Because think about it. If Chris Eubank would have been out here talking all this, oh, Conor Benn test positive. Conor Benn, if that was true, Conor Benn would be like, you tested positive too. You ain't never hear that though, right? I don't think there's any of that type of dirt on Eubank Jr.'s name. Listen, a lot of them UK dudes be on that shit though, man. Like, it's a whole list of them, right? It's like a whole list of them in the UK. Shit. Like, how that shit go? Conor Benn, Billy Joe, Conor Benn, Billy Joe, Dillian White, fucking yo, who else? Who else, yo? There's definitely more. Why Kizzy said Cap? What's Cap? Damn, who else? I'm missing somebody. Who did that? Who did that? No, there's more people from the UK that test positive, yo. Who was it? Said Billy Joe a bitch. He could have been the first champ Andre beat. Yeah, bro. Boots need to fight Ben in the UK. Why would he do that? Why would he do that? And Billy Hosan is he one of them. Dillian White, Billy Joe, Dillian White, Conor Benn. There's more, bro. I'm not tripping. I named a few. Shit, I think my son waking up. Y'all hear him? Hold on real quick. Tyson Fury. There you go. My fault. Amir Khan. Kel Brook was tooting that yayo. My son fell asleep and I guess he lost his pacifier. So he was crying because he needed it. It's gonna be a bitch to get my son off of that pacifier, bro. I took it off of him and he didn't need it for a long time. Then I guess like his mom and them, they put him back on the pacifier, bro. The only thing they ain't test positive was Amir Khan Chin. That's crazy. How Billy get a Canelo fight before Andre? Because first of all, Canelo ain't want no smoke with Andre. You know what I mean? That's one. Two, Billy Joe just happened to have a world title while Canelo Alvarez was going on this world title run at 168. I mean, as soon as Benavidez got stripped for missing weight during the pandemic, Canelo was like, oh, let me go ahead and get these belts before Benavidez gets it back again. That's what happened. But yeah, bro, them UK dudes, they be popping. They be popping dirty over there, boy. Dirty. Let me see. He tested positive for Austrian. How convenient. That's funny. British boxer Muhammad Ali. Not our Muhammad Ali, but a British boxer by the name of Muhammad Ali gets a 2-year ban for positive tests. Conor Benn. Crazy. They be on that juice over there, cuz don't get it fucked up. Yeah, I was gonna say Povetkin, but I think Povetkin from Russia. He tested positive for Wilder. I remember when Wilder flew out to Russia because he was gonna knock Povetkin ass out over there, and he tested positive. Wow, I think Wilder either landed in Russia or was on his way to Russia. And then they criticized Wilder for that. Bro, the boxing world crazy, bro. Like Like they was like, oh, like they was coming out with these conspiracies. Oh, you didn't want to fight Povetkin, so your team put out a lie, said that Povetkin test positive, and that Povetkin test positive after that. they criticized Wilder. Wilder flew out to Russia to fight Povetkin. Y'all remember that? He flew out to Russia to fight Povetkin. And Povetkin test positive. And they criticized Wilder for it. Bro, Wilder, bro, I'm gonna ask y'all in the chat. There's 26 people in the building. Salute. Who received more hate at their peak? Wilder or Devin Haney? I swear to God, bro, I'm sorry. Like, Devin Haney be getting shitted on the regular still to this day. But, like, I felt like Wilder hate was just different. Bro, I swear to God, it was like Wilder hate at his peak. Y'all saying Haney? Wow. Was y'all around when Wilder was at his peak? Bro, Wilder would not get any fucking credit, but I could see why. Yeah, Devin definitely began shitting on crazy. Yeah, and then when Wilder lost, when he took his first L, bro, them memes was out this world, bro. Like Wilder, when he said his outfit was too heavy, oh man. Like, egg-shaped form. Bro, Wilder was getting crucified, bro. Shit was crazy. Yeah, and Wilder was getting hate from fucking Anthony Joshua, Tyson, bro, the whole UK. Bro, he had promoters hating on him. Like, bro, everybody wanted to see Wilder fail. Bro, he was just, bro, Wilder was getting hate from everywhere. He was getting hate from niggas in his own stable, bro, for no reason. Like, bro, I remember Floyd Mayweather was hating on, bro, Floyd Mayweather was going around saying, oh, if you disrespect me, if you disrespect Al, you disrespected me. You disrespect PBC, you disrespected me. Me and Al, we're one. But was rooting for Tyson Fury to beat Wilder. It's like, huh? Bro, Wilder's PBC. What did you want your PBC fighter to win because it'll benefit you? Not if Floyd Mayweather's head, because he's a fucking idiot. Like, bro, there was people on Wilder's own team that was own stable that was hating on him. Like, that shit was insane, bro. Like, bro, the party that niggas threw on Wilder lost was crazy. But Haney, yeah, that shit is close, bro. Because Haney's, but I don't know, bro. I don't get it, bro. Like, you can't win if you black, bro. You can't win if you black. Because look at this. Check this shit out. Wilder wasn't that great of a boxer, but he gave you knockouts. Haney's a hell of a boxer. Don't give you knockouts. They shit on both of them. And then you got motherfuckers like Boots who do a little bit of everything. He get hated on. Bud do a little bit of everything. He get hated on. It's like, damn. It's like, bro, they just want a mother. Then you got, Shakur, defense out this world, one of the best defensive fighters in the world right now. He gets shitted on. It's like, bro, what the fuck do a nigga gotta do to be given credit? Motherfuckers just got retired and they get credit. Like Floyd, his hate was out. He had a lot of fans too. But his hate was out this world too. Then when he retired, it was like, man, ain't nobody like Floyd. Bro, when Floyd was here, you was shitting on him. Yeah, they hated Ali. They hated they were scared of Ali, bro. When you got an outspoken black man that's also an intellectual and as well, Ali was like a supremacist's worst fear. And he had influence. So they when he wasn't able to talk no more, man, they was happy about that shit. Keep it a buck. Yeah, like y'all ever see that, bro? Now people will be showing Floyd all this love, posting highlights. It was like, yeah, man, we ain't truly appreciate Floyd. No, you didn't truly appreciate Floyd because you had another nigga sack in your mouth, hoping that he'll beat Floyd. You feel what I'm saying? That no, bro, ain't none of these niggas like Floyd, man. Shakur, Devin, T.O., ain't none of these niggas like, man. Boots ain't nothing like Floyd, bro. While Floyd was here, you was dick. You ain't want to fuck with him. Now that he gone, now y'all won't be on Wood. Y'all niggas is crazy. They hated Jack, bro. They wanted Jake Johnson. They was trying to roof him. But Jack Johnson didn't care, bro. That was the thing. Like he would break laws. He didn't care. He ain't fear the supremacists. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, them white people was pissed at Ali when he didn't want to fight the war. Bro, they hated Ali for many reasons. He said, them Viet Congs ain't called me nigga, y'all did. Like, and Ali was real young while he was doing all of that too. I wish I'd have been able to have a conversation with Ali. That'd have been so dope. And they hate Clarissa. Clarissa a little different though. Clarissa like a ratchet ass. She great. She done accomplished a lot of shit in female boxing and stuff like that. But like her personality and shit, she ratchet as hell. She got hella masculine energy. And she be salty when other people accomplish things within her realm, female boxing. You feel me? She think because she like this decorated female fighter that she's entitled to certain shit. Like, I think she got upset because like MVP promotions didn't give her like VIP tickets. I was like, why would they? Why should they? Who are you? Don't you got money? Why are you worried about getting complimentary tickets? I don't know. Clarissa be you say you don't see Ratchet? Clarissa not Ratchet? All right. All right. I'm gonna just say this. That nigga Pat Poose, he got a type. He definitely got a type. He like his bitches masculine and ratchet. For sure. Can't dress to save her life either. She ain't got no style at all. Serrano would be sneak dissing Clarissa that act clueless. I peeped that shit. I be seeing that, but that shit ain't come from nowhere though. Clarissa was doing the same shit to Serrano. I remember at the very beginning, especially when Amanda Serrano signed with Jake Paul, was making that big money with them Katie Taylor fights. I seen Clarissa hating on Amanda at the very beginning, and Amanda will always big her up. Like, I guess Amanda just got sick of that and just started shooting back at her, playing her game. But that shit, it wasn't like Amanda came off of the rip talking shit about Clarissa or throwing shade at Clarissa started that shit. And when motherfuckers was calling her out about it, she started blocking people and was she weird, bro. Clarissa is a weirdo. This the girl that wants you to believe that she could beat men. Talking about she could beat Keith Thurman. Bitch, Keith Thurman will put you in a fucking coffin. What is you talking about? You can't be no elite level men, boxers. Are you crazy? Clarissa ain't got no damn crush on Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman don't know what to do with all that ass. All that ass Clarissa got. Keith don't know what to do with that. Clarissa not my type, but she got a whole lot of ass. She would have beat Prime Triple G. Nigga, Prime Triple G would have hit her with a hook and would have left her ass in the ring like this. Makeup done and all. Prime Triple G, she crazy as shit. Prime Triple G was breaking niggas' ribs and sparring with 16 to 18 ounce gloves. His sparring partners used to wear rib protectors. I know 3 people actually, never mind, 3 people that went up to Triple G's camps out in Big Bear. They was talking about how Triple G would stop like 4 niggas in a row before he got to them. And his coach used to be like, yo, like, try to knock him out. You knock him out, I'll give you a bonus. And bro, he would just be stopping everybody, bro. He would clear all his spar partners out. He would have to send them home. That's prime Triple G, bro. David Benavidez even spoke about that he had stopped a couple niggas. And bro, I done heard that from like sparring partners that's from Philly that done been all around the country. No, fuck that, all around the world. Trust me. And Clarissa talking about she could beat a prime Triple G. Shit, Triple G hit her with a jab. She'll sit the fuck down. Yeah, she always mad. Yeah, because she want people to like. Her ego so big that she wants you to feel like she on a nigga level. Y'all not. Y'all been hearing this 100 men versus 1 gorilla debate. 100 men versus 1 gorilla. So y'all think a gorilla can handle 100 men? Do you know how much 100 men is? Like, y'all ever had a classroom full of kids and it's like 30 in that bitch packed? Like, y'all ever been in those big ass like college classes where it's like a stage and it's like a whole, that'd be like 100 people right there. You think a gorilla taking on 100 people? That gorilla gonna kill a few of them niggas, but 100? I don't know. I think probably after like 20 niggas, that gorilla gonna be exhausted. No, that gorilla gonna kill a few. There's gonna be a few of them gonna get bodied. But 100 people and they all attacking the gorilla, like trying to hurt it. No, that gorilla done. That gorilla ain't that strong. J.A. said the gorilla will rip the dude's head off and had the rest shook. No, I'm saying like if they all like dialed in and they all attacking that gorilla with no fear, that gorilla gonna die. For sure. Especially if they got weapons or some shit. The first one's gotta be brave though. Yeah, them niggas gotta be crash outs. Like they gotta be like one of them. You know who would probably attack them first? Probably them niggas who don't know that say that they identify as like a rabbit or some shit. Like them weird, mentally unstable people. Like, yeah, man, I'm not a male. I'm a rabbit. And I'm like, oh yeah, he a rabbit. He ain't called me. Ain't nobody called me. What you talking about? Did you call me? Hold on. Yo. Hold on.
Yo, you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. This is Slime, yo. What's going on, Slime?
what's the word? I got you playing on the TV. I called you when you started talking about the 100 men versus the gorilla debate, bro. 100 men still can't take down a gorilla, bro.
You out your fucking mind.
Nah, you're bugging, bro. No bullshit.
Bro, so you think that gorilla got the stamina to defeat 100 niggas coming at him at one time?
Yes, if they have no.
Bro, that's an animal. They ain't no motherfucking superhero, nigga. What is you talking about?
You know they not understand how strong a gorilla is,
bro. I'm not saying that them humans gonna come out unscathed. Like, nigga, there's a few of them that's gonna die. But I don't think you know how many 100 people is.
Nigga, at least 50 niggas are dead, and like the other 50 are in wheelchairs forever.
I don't know. I think you know what? I'm gonna ask ChatGPT. Let me ask AI. Hold on.
And if you're hearing rain in the background, I'm outside. That's why.
Oh, all right, cool. So I'm gonna ask ChatGPT. ChatGPT, my best friend.
I be asking the AI on Snapchat.
Why ChatGPT asked me if I want to be one of them 100? Get the fuck out of here.
There you go. Even ChatGPT knows what's up.
Nigga, fuck no. I would never fight a gorilla. I don't give a fuck how many. It says in almost every realistic scenario, the gorilla wins, at least at first. Strength, speed and aggression, and durability. But if 100 men were organized, willing to risk their lives and have a good strategy, they could take the gorilla down. Though probably with heavy casualties. That's what I'm saying. Like, if they got a strategy and they willing, like they really do some shit, like they'll really beat the shit out that gorilla, bro.
Yeah, but that's 9 out of 10 times though. Is that really good odds? No.
What you mean 9 out of 10? 9 out of 10 times what?
9 out of 10 times those 100 niggas get fucking steamrolled.
I don't think so. I think y'all overestimating the gorilla, man.
Nah, you're underestimating the gorilla.
No, I'm not. Bro, niggas is going to die. Like, there's going to be a few of them. There's going to be a few niggas dead in there. You know what I'm saying? But
all right, I'm going to ask you this. 100 niggas versus a polar bear.
Now, that's different. That's different.
Come on, bro.
I think polar bear is more dangerous than gorillas, though.
They are, but they're not as strong. I mean, actually, I'm lying. I'm wilding. I'm fucking wilding.
The polar bear gonna wash the gorilla.
Than the gorilla, but a gorilla is still very strong, bro. A gorilla can rip your arms off just without trying. You know that, right?
Huh?
A gorilla can rip your arms out without trying.
I heard the same shit about like orangutans and shit.
Oh, for sure. Imagine, bro. All right, bro. Like, I could understand 100 niggas versus a chimpanzee. That's cool. But a gorilla is extremely big, extremely muscular, extremely aggressive.
You know, polar bears, they different, bro. Like that I don't think it get any worse than a polar bear.
Nah, it could get worse than a polar bear. A Siberian tiger? Ooh, boy.
Nah, I don't think they fucking with it.
Yeah, bro. I promise you, if you put a polar bear and a Siberian tiger in a cage, that tiger's whooping that bear. 100%. 100%. Bro, a Siberian tiger.
Bro, polar bears. Look, polar bear is way bigger. Let me see. Do you know polar bears be like 10 feet tall standing, bro?
Yeah, and so are Siberian tigers. Look it up.
They're about 10 feet long.
Equals to tall as they're standing up.
But they're not known for standing on their 2 feet, though, bro. They don't do that.
Oh, but when they pawing, when they striking with their claws, they stand up.
Nah,
and plus,
bro.
a tiger is way more agile than a polar bear. Way more agile. Mind you, I'm not talking about a Bengal tiger. I'm talking about a Siberian tiger. Look it up. Bro, a Siberian tiger is
Shout out to my nigga Chad GBT. He said in open combat, polar bear wins 7 out of 10 times. Too big, too durable, and can absorb damage while landing devastating hits. It says, but all things equal, polar bears are the apex of apexes. Come on, man.
Nah, ChatGPT wildin', bro.
Polar bears literally be pulling whales out the ocean and shit. Polar bears are strong as fuck. Bro, I seen, yo, shout out to this page on Instagram called Nature is Metal. I don't know if you ever watched that, John. Bro, they said that this fucking polar bear I didn't even know that they could swim. But I should have figured that. But like, yo, apparently them niggas could swim for miles and they're very like, they said they like gifted swimmers, bro.
Yeah, they could. They're the most aquatic of all bears.
That shit is fucking insane to me. Like, what the fuck can't these niggas do? And they run up to like 30 miles an hour, I heard.
No bullshit. If
what the fuck?
If Conor Benn beats Chris Eubank, I want him to fight a polar bear next. No bullshit.
Yo, I was having a debate.
Be like equal in IQ and all that.
Bro, I was having a debate with my homie one time, bro, and he was talking about that I couldn't beat a kangaroo in a fight.
You can.
Yes, I can.
No, the fuck you cannot.
Yes, I can, bro. You don't be seeing them Australian niggas. Bro, I will beat the shit out of kangaroo, bro.
Bro, you're the same nigga who said you could fuck up a moose.
I can. No, I'm just joking about that. But a kangaroo on some real shit, I'll fry a fucking kangaroo. Bro, you be seeing them Australian niggas be punching them kangaroos in they shit? And they be scared. Bro, I seen a few. Bro, I seen this. Bro, I seen the one that went the most viral, where the fucking he had the kangaroos be choking them dogs and shit. They be killing them dogs. And the one dude was like, "Oh, you got your hands on my dog again. You got your hands on there." He just went up to it and just pieced him. Boom. And
that's the one video that went
viral. No, bro, you're not listening, bro. So that was one. Then there was another one where, you know what kangaroos do when they feel threatened and shit? They'll go into water, right? And they'll lure the dogs into the water to try to drown them. And that's what the kangaroo tried to do with this one dog. So the nigga jumped in the water. I'll show you this video. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, "Oh, he told him some shit," and the kangaroo swiped at him and like put the nigga under the water and shit. And the nigga fought him off, and he like all ran off and shit. Now listen, I ain't no in the water ass nigga, so I ain't fighting no king. I lose I lose fighting anybody in the water. But we talking about some straight hands, bro. I'm piecing that nigga. You tripping?
Bro, I'm sorry. I know I'm big and all, but that kangaroo don't want no parts of me in water.
What you
I
mean?
swear to God, you think I'm lying? I'll get that nigga a brawn breaker type speed. I swear to God. Bro, I'll bite his tail underwater, bro. I'll do some crazy shit. To a fucking
them niggas,
But bro, a kick from a kangaroo is breaking you. You better hope that nigga don't.
No, they said that kangaroos can disembowel you with a kick. Like, I done heard that. Nigga, I said straight hands. Bro, that's the thing too. If you smother a kangaroo, they can't kick you.
Hey, but good luck trying to smother a big ass, brolic ass kangaroo, bro.
Man, I'll punch a kangaroo right in his shit. If I hit him with one good John, I got him. Whole shit gonna change.
You better hope you get that nigga with a liver shot. That nigga take a knee, nigga.
Punch that nigga right in his pouch. Fuck you talking about?
That nigga gonna take a Ryan Garcia type of knee, bro.
They said double leg that nigga. That's Stop Motion said double leg.
The cassowary.
Man, Notes couldn't fight it out a motherfucking wet paper bag. That nigga Notes a bitch.
Yo, how about this, right? Let's say this.
Fuck Notes.
100 niggas versus 100 raccoons.
100 niggas
versus 100 rabid raccoons.
Oh, rabid. Oh, they all dying. You know rabies. Rabies got like 100% mortality rate. Then
Yeah,
don't.
but that's if you don't get it treated, though. You like, it's not like you get bit and die. You got 2 weeks to live, bro, before you go into some crazy shit. So you better get to that hospital that same
Fuck
day.
that, nigga. I ain't fighting nothing with rabies, bro. They got it. I'll take that L. And I don't think you got 2 weeks neither. I think that shit start fucking with you immediately. Like you gotta go to the hospital
Niggas that
ASAP.
survive having rabies, bro. There's mad cases of niggas surviving rabies.
Then they
The only
say,
place you don't survive rabies is like in India or some shit.
damn, why
No
India?
offense to the Indians. That's all I know, bro. Like, and then like
Look,
dumb.
according to Google, the rabies death rate is nearly 100% once symptoms appear. Once rabies virus enters the body, it travels to the brain and causes irreversible damage. There's currently no cure for rabies after symptoms develop, and the disease is almost always fatal. Nigga, I'm cool.
Yeah, like that shit's
Fuck
crazy, bro. Like
that.
yo,
So that means like, nigga, if you don't get that shit treated before the symptoms kick in, you cooked. Like it's over.
like the way you know, like you got crazy ass, like you're about to die off rabies is if you can't drink water.
Oh my god, bro. Do you be seeing them? Do you be seeing them animals' eyes when they be having rabies, bro? Like how they face be looking and shit. Oh,
Watch rabies before them shits look crazy.
bro, I seen a motherfucking nothing. It was like 1:00 in the afternoon. This nigga just walking around in the middle of the street. I'm like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, if you see a nocturnal animal out in the daytime,
Yeah, something wrong. Like something really wrong. I was like, fuck that, bro. I was like, yeah, y'all need to stay away from him. And the only thing you could do, they say it's best to just put them niggas down because they going through a lot of pain and shit. You gotta pop them niggas.
Yeah, you gotta hit that nigga with a switch.
A switch.
Or 50 BMG, you know?
Smoochie, just look at a video of a rabid animal, bro. Look at their face. Like I'll be feeling bad, bro. I seen like a rabid coyote in like somebody's backyard and shit. Like, bro, they be looking crazy. They don't even. They look like zombies, bro.
Nigga, you ever seen a bear with rabies?
Fuck no.
Bro, that shit looks insane, dog.
Fuck that.
Like utterly insane, bro.
I seen this one nigga on my Instagram, bro. He a chef. This nigga was cooking bear meat. I was like, what?
Bro, like,
I was like, what, bro? Bro,
if you go on Joe Rogan podcast, right? There's a nigga who does like he lives out in the wildness. Like that's all he do type shit. He talks about bear meat, bro. That shit just sounds gross, bro. I'm all set.
Bro, they said that shit has a whole bunch of bacteria that like you have to like you got to cook that shit really well because if you don't, that shit could really kill you.
You gotta boil that shit for hours before you could do anything you want to it.
Bro, the nigga be cooking bear meat, bro. The claws still be on the legs and shit.
I think you talking about that nigga. He be cooking on the grill.
Yeah, bro.
Oh yeah, he be wilding, bro.
He be tripping. I'm like, bro. He usually eat his food after he cook it, and I ain't see him eat that motherfucking bear meat, bro. I was like, yeah, he ain't eat that much. He ain't stupid. Yeah, he ain't stupid, bro. He be eating like I seen this nigga had like he made like a shark gumbo or some shit like that. He be wilding. He be wild.
Yo, you ever seen them Asian people that they be eating them fucking spiders and shit? I'll be like, all right, dog.
Yeah, bro, that's why that whole pandemic shit happened because them motherfuckers don't know how to just eat regular shit.
Niggas is out there eating horse.
Yeah, like man, my girl sleep right now, so shit, I be telling her, I'm like, your people out of pocket.
Your people out of pocket is crazy.
Your people out of pocket. Them niggas just be doing whatever. They be then Manny Pacquiao say that his dad ate his dog.
Yeah, that's why he ran away from home type shit and became a boxer. That's dead ass what he said, I swear.
Yo, the reason why these niggas be turning like boxers be the funniest shit in the world. Like Mike Tyson was talking about, he killed my pigeon. It's like, nigga, what? He was like, yeah, he took my pigeon. And that was my first fight because he killed my pigeon. I'm like, oh yeah, this nigga crazy as shit. That's anything. I'm like, yo, that's any reason to turn a boxer, bro. Like,
Nigga named this pigeon Hogwarts, nigga. Like, nah, Mike, it was a fucking owl from Harry Potter, you asshole. Not a pigeon.
yeah, they be some crazy ass reasons, bro. I don't know. Like, I don't got no stories like that, bro. Let me see.
Tank became a boxer because his mom was on crack. You know?
My boy AJ86 said eating bear meat increased the chance of getting those long ass tapeworms through your ass.
Oh yeah, that too. Yo,
I heard that. I heard that before. Yeah.
You ever seen a bear? Like, I seen videos of bears, bro. Like 10-foot long tapeworms just hanging out his ass. I'm like, all right, bro.
Wait, who?
A bear, like.
Oh,
Bear
yeah.
walking down the street. Some nigga was recording it, and it had like 10 feet long of tapeworm just hanging out his ass.
That's fucking wild. Holy fuck.
Bro, a tapeworm's white, so it looked like just a bunch of like bear batter just coming like straight out his ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, it looks crazy, bro.
That's fucking wild. But you know what fight we is losing though? If it was if we was to take like fucking 5 bald eagles versus 100 niggas, we ain't winning that shit neither.
How you think?
Bro,
they fly, that's why, but
they gonna come down with their talons, bro. They gonna rip them niggas up, bro.
6-inch talons, bro. That shit. Ooh.
That shit vicious, bro. I seen a motherfucking I seen a bald eagle pick up this big ass fox, bro. I couldn't believe that shit. I was like, bro, there's no way. And
bro, fuck a bald eagle, bro. You ever seen a harpy eagle?
A harpy? Yeah, I think Joe Rogan was talking about that shit.
Bro, that's like one of the biggest eagles. I think it's called a golden crested eagle. That's the biggest. Bro, them shit is huge as fuck.
Yeah. Joe Rogan was talking about the harpy eagles, bro.
Nigga,
yeah, them niggas big as shit.
Ostrich?
I don't want no smoke with an ostrich. How can an ostrich even hurt you? Is it they?
Bro, what?
No, I'm asking. I really don't know. What?
Bro, they got their legs is strong as fuck, and they claws on their legs. You don't want bro. Even worse than it's even small. It's smaller than an ostrich, but an emu. An emu got strong ass legs, big ass claws, and they're venomous.
Oh fuck that! Yo, why ostrich legs look like that? What the fuck? Yo, where did these niggas come from? Why the ostrich look like he only got 2 toes?
Bro, that shit was made from like the pits of hell, like.
Bro, them legs not hurting a motherfucking thing, bro.
All right, okay. You must have never seen an ostrich kick a lion or something on Animal Planet or something, bro. They disemboweling shit.
Bro, what?
They disemboweling shit with them claws, bro.
Holy fuck. Bro, why they legs look like that though, bro? That shit is crazy.
Yo, you lock yourself in a room with a honey badger for $1 million?
Fuck no, I ain't fucking with no badgers. I ain't stupid, bro. Them niggas is the devil. Bro, I seen a honey badger go at it with fucking what was it, lions?
Yeah, Pride of Lions.
Bro, this nigga, that honey badger went up to that Pride of Lions. It was giving all them niggas work. I couldn't believe that shit. Bro, the one lion had like picked him up and slammed him and shit. He kept coming. I was like, bro, this nigga is fucking gangster, bro. And he walked away, he walked away with no injuries, nothing. I was like, bro.
If you look at a video of the anatomy of a honey badger, bro, they just built utterly different, bro.
I couldn't believe that shit.
You know you can stab a honey badger and won't cut that shit, right?
They probably evolved to be that way. But fuck what their anatomy is. It's their mentality. Them niggas, they don't give a fuck who it is. Like,
bro, I seen a honey badger biting at a hippo and shit. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, you crazy. Hippos see, that's what I don't want no smoke with.
Bro, they kill the most people in Africa out of any animal.
I don't know why they be thinking that they somebody to fuck with. Them hippos don't play that shit, bro. They some mean motherfuckers, bro.
Bro,
They be making them crocodiles look turkey, bro.
Oh, for sure. But like, if there's a big like there's a crocodile, a Nile crocodile. His name was I seen a documentary about that one specific crocodile. Nigga, his name was Gustav, nigga. That crocodile used to make hippos like bow down to him type shit. That nigga was Giganotosaurus, nigga. That nigga was huge as fuck.
I seen that big ass grizzly bear. They said that was like responsible for like 70% of the offspring in this area. They said that nigga got hit by a train and all types of shit. He survived. I was like, bro, what the fuck be wrong with these animals, bro? Hold on, I'm gonna find that shit, bro. Hold on.
Getting hit by a train and just walking that shit off.
That nigga walked that shit off. That nigga walked that shit off. See, look. The famous grizzly bear known as the Boss or Bear 122 in Banff National Park has been hit by a train twice. He is considered. That nigga got hit twice, bro. So the nigga just don't learn. He is considered how you get hit by a train though. That's what. Bro, I ain't trying to be insensitive because I know a lot of people that fell victim to like getting hit by trains and shit, but like you see the tracks, nigga. Like I would know not to walk in that area because I know that a train might show up. Anyways, he is considered the largest grizzly bear in the park and has been tracked extensively. Despite being hit by a train twice, he remains a dominant and well-known grizzly bear in the Bow Valley. Wait, is it Banff? No, it's Banff. Banff National Park is home to the iconic grizzly. That shit is crazy. This nigga got hit by a train twice.
That bear got serious brain damage.
That nigga, bro, he big as shit too, bro.
That nigga be trying to mate with male bears and all that. Don't know the difference. Like he be wilding out here, bro.
Bro, I'm looking at a picture of this nigga, bro. He huge, bro.
What kind of bear? He's just a regular grizzly bear?
Yeah, bro. He big as shit though. His claws look like they about like 10 inches long, bro.
Damn.
How the way it look in these Jones, bro.
How big does he say he is? Like
say he hold on. It's 600 pounds.
Oh, that's pretty big, but that's not bad. Like I'm thinking like Kodiak level big.
Yeah, but I don't think that's what's crazy about him. It's the fact this nigga done got steamrolled by a train twice. This nigga just won't die.
Hit by a train twice gotta be like getting struck by lightning.
Bro, he survived both times. Like
nigga,
what the fuck, nigga?
His will is just insane.
Yeah, bro. Like how you look? Anonymous said he got hit by a train twice, and he's still the head honcho. That's what I'm saying.
That nigga's the dawn of all bears. Like, bears gonna kiss his ring and
shit. Yo, there was something about him like being responsible for a lot of like the offspring in the area too.
That nigga
got hit by a train, walked to the crib and got some buns.
He got hit by a train twice and got wet. You feel me? They were like, "Oh, girl, he got hit by a train twice." Nah, that's some. All right, I'm not even gonna say that, but
that's some crazy shit. Yo, it said hippos are rated one of the most dangerous animals in the world. Facts. I believe it, bro. And I heard they run fast as shit too. And how the way they built, you wouldn't think that them niggas fast. Bro, we terrible, bro. Like as humans, bro. Like we not better than niggas at anything except like, just being smart. Like physically, we don't do shit better than any of these animals. We ain't stronger than these niggas. We ain't faster than these niggas. Like we can't do nothing better than these animals. Like it shit really make me question. Like I don't know.
Bro, shit be just wild, bro. Like, we got no claws to defend ourselves. If we get cold, we gotta find clothes.
Bro, if we wasn't smart, we'd be at the bottom of the fucking totem pole for real.
Bro, what, man? Bro, if we weren't smart, bro, there'd be lions running around like America still and shit like that. Niggas wouldn't have extincted nothing.
Yeah, them white people done got rid of all these fucking animals.
Bro, I'm glad our ancestors got rid of all that bullshit. Like, I be watching, like, videos on what kind of animals we had back then, and I'm like, yeah, fuck that shit.
Yeah, I'm glad, bro, because if we would have had a world filled with niggas like me, we wouldn't have guns and none of that. We'd be assed out. we still be trying to kill animals with like stones and shit. I ain't smart enough to make no fucking boomerangs and no bows and arrows. I mean, niggas will be assed out.
No, dogs, bro. You gonna fucking... You niggas can't even make a baseball bat, bro.
Rap, dog. Yo, I can't build, bro. I can't do none of that to save my life, bro. Niggas will be cooked. Like, I can't even build a crib. Niggas will be homeless out here. Niggas be...
Yo, bro, I'll look at a tree like, nigga, how the fuck am I gonna find this 2x4?
Yo, bro, shit. I'm like, yo, how y'all knock this tree down? Like, how did y'all do that? Like, yeah, nigga, I can't do nothing. I can't even swim, nigga. I'm inferior like a motherfucker, bro. I'll be assed out.
Swim, nigga?
Fuck no, nigga. Bro, yo, you in Puerto Rico, bro. I was with my son, mom in Puerto Rico, like in 2022. Bro, we went down this waterfall, bro. I swear I was going to check. Bro. Bro, I went to try to, because where I was at the waterfall, I could feel I could reach the bottom. Bro, I went down a few steps, bro, and then I couldn't feel my feet at the bottom, bro. I panicked, bro. I was like, no fucking way. I was like, oh yeah. I was like, yo, this the end. I'm going to check. I was like, oh yeah. And then I went down the waterfall. It was like a little small John. Then I felt my feet touch the bottom again. I was like, bro, I walked right over. I went right back to the Airbnb. I was like, I'm cool. I was like, fuck all that.
Panic in water, bro. That's how you die.
Shit, I was going to check, bro. Thank God I figured out. Man, I was like, man, I ain't going back in that water no more. Y'all can go ahead. My son, mom could swim. I was like, you go ahead and enjoy that shit. I'm going to watch that shit right over here by the rocks, nigga. You tripping.
Like, my fear about being and going into a river out here is caimans. Fuck that.
Nigga, your big ass could float. You ain't got to worry about none of that shit.
Nigga, it don't matter that I could float.
They gonna think you a motherfucking a boogie board or some shit. They ain't gonna be worried about you. They gonna think you one of them Jones that be floating in the ocean with some Jones.
They gonna be like, oh shit, a tapir just fell in the water.
A what?
A tapir. Look up what a tapir is. You gonna laugh. That's just funny looking.
Nigga, what? That shit like a pig or something. Why that shit like a pig / horse?
It's like an elephant pig. They're related to elephants.
What the fuck is this? Are they extinct?
Nah, hell no, bro. Them shits in South America chilling.
What the fuck? Why does it look like some extinct ass animal? Like, it look like some prehistoric shit. Bro, I don't never want to see no ugly shit like that in my life, bro. Oh my God, that's an ugly ass animal. But anyways, bro, I was like, fuck all that, bro. I was like, listen. I was like, I ain't never going in that water again.
Yo, you didn't see the video I sent to the group chat of the alligator swimming real fast?
Yes. Yeah, I did.
Bro. Yeah, bro. I'm all set with that, bro. You think I'm gonna house swim one of them shits? Fuck no. And that's a crocodile. That's the biggest.
Bro, I never knew caimans was in Puerto Rico though. I never knew that.
You remember the video I sent?
Bro, that's when I found out. I never knew Caymans was in Puerto Rico. I never seen a Cayman in Puerto Rico, bro.
Nigga, the only reason niggas even knew that shit was there is because I was being nosy.
So they be minding they be minding their business.
Yeah, no cap, bro. That shit was just chilling behind my dad's truck, but I seen the tail, but I thought it was an iguana. And I'm like, yo, word, I want to see how big this iguana is. And when I went over there, I put my flashlight to it. I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck? And now this nigga wants to start barking. Shut up, macho, damn. Right? Check it out, right? And then I seen that shit. I put the flashlight to it. I was like, oh shit, yo. I called my pops. I'm like, yo, that's the Cayman right there. He was like, where? I'm like, nigga, right there, look. Bro, that shit was like at least like 3 feet, 2 feet long.
A little small, John. Caymans are small, right?
Yeah, Caymans are small, but like it depends on what type of Caymans we got. We got right here. We got spectacled Caymans, which are like they grow up to be like the biggest would be like 8-9 feet.
That's kind of crazy.
Which is still big as fuck.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Like they said that we got crocodiles out here, but I don't know if that's that true.
I had looked it up after that. I think they only got Cayman, but shit, I don't know. I heard them fucking crocodiles be swimming and shit, and they be traveling far distances. So,
oh yeah,
they probably them fucking made their way. Them saltwater Jones.
Oh yeah, but them saltwater shits is only in like Indonesia and Australia type shit.
Yeah.
Them shits is not swimming all the way over.
How the fuck did Cayman even get to Puerto Rico?
I have no idea. I have no clue. But I looked it up. They said they've been here since the 1950s or some shit. So that means like somebody must have had like a pet or two, and then like
yeah, it said that it said they were introduced to Puerto Rico through the pet trade. Wow.
Yeah, see?
They sold baby Caymans as pets, and when they grew too large, they were released into the wild, and that flourished the population of Caymans in Puerto Rico. Wow.
We don't just got Caymans. We got look up what a reticulated python is.
They venomous?
Nah, it's the longest snake in the world.
Fuck that. I don't even want to see that shit.
Nigga, look it up. I swear to God, we got them shits. And I figured it out that we got them shits because I was watching a video, and a nigga was like going snake hunting in PR. A whole bunch of reticulated pythons and shit. And then the tour guide was telling them that they got these shits in abundance out here. And I'm like, nigga, how the fuck did an Indonesian snake get the fuck over here? So
they not venomous.
Nah.
But because they a python, they could choke you the fuck out.
Oh yeah, it's like a big ass. It's like an anaconda or like the pythons that are down in Florida, but it's like way longer. It's like they grow up to like 30 feet.
Yeah, I think my dad had one of these. I think my dad had one of these snakes. If my dad in the chat, let me know. I think I seen him. I think he had a snake that had this similar pattern.
Probably a ball python though.
I'll ask him.
Because a ball python, crazy. Everybody got them shits in their crib. Them shits ain't that big.
Yeah, Smoochie said almost drowning is terrifying. Facts. Fuck all that.
Bro, I almost drowned at Six Flags one time.
How you drown at Six Flags though? That shit not even deep over there.
Nah, but like here, check it out. I was like I think like 9 or some shit.
Oh, you was a young boy.
Yeah, I was in the lazy river, right? The lazy river. Mind you, you're in a floaty. But I thought I was like a dolphin or something. I kept jumping through the circle in the floaty. But my leg got stuck in my last jump and I couldn't move. Bro, I swear to God, I felt myself blacking out. All that, bro, it was bad. It was a horrible feeling. Fuck that.
The nigga almost drowned in a lazy river.
Bro, I look up to see where my mom is, and she's over there laughing with my cousin because she thought I was playing. I'm like, bro, I almost dead ass died, and you over there giggling.
Yo, said I almost drowned once. I don't know what I did. I somehow came back to the surface. You know, that happened to me too. I remember the one time we was at this water park, but I think it was at Wildwood. So all my niggas that's from Philly on here or whatever, Wildwood probably like an hour and like 20 minutes away from Philly. And they got a water park over there and shit. And I remember the one time, I don't know if I was too heavy for the because you know they give you like tubes, like those tubes to slide down the slide with. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And bro, I think I was like leaning too far to the right or something, bro. But it was like a deep pool that I had like ended up being sent into, and the fucking floaty flipped. The tube flipped. So I'm like, oh shit. So I'm inside the water, bro. I don't know how the fuck I did it, but I rose up to the top of that water and put myself right inside that floaty, the right inside the tube, and just floated all the way to the end.
That nigga Mark just stood up real quick.
No. That shit was like at least like 9 feet, bro.
Oh, that's smooth water. That's not even that deep, bro.
Shit, nigga, I'm 5'9". Anything past 5'9", that shit kind of crazy to me.
Nah, bro.
I think I'd probably be cool in like 7 feet, but anything after that, kind of crazy.
Bro, me, I know how to swim real well, so like that ain't nothing to be like.
Shit.
I be having fun. I be having OD fun.
I'm gonna make sure my son learn, cause you know what I mean. If we out with something happened to me, he gotta come get me.
You don't know how to float, bro? You know it's not hard to learn how to swim, right? Just get like one of them little pools, and just learn how to float and shit.
Shit. My mom ain't never teach me, man.
Learn how to float first.
Yeah, my mom ain't never teach me, dog. She don't know how to swim neither. My dad could swim though, but we ain't never do that shit. Me and my dad used to go to like, it was either like sports involved or like we did fishing and shit like that. We ain't never do no swimming shit.
See, like it's important to learn to swim if you're going fishing. What if you capsize the boat or something?
Nigga, we used to be fishing like
on land and shit.
On land, yeah. I ain't never do boat fishing, not yet.
Yo, y'all don't got crazy ass animals out in Philly? Like, what kind of animals y'all got in Philly?
Possum.
Or just in PA in general?
In Philly, we have possums, raccoons, skunks.
That's it?
Deer. Fucking I don't even know, bro. Like rabbits. Like we don't be having nothing crazy, bro.
Nah, I seen a moose before. Nigga, for a moose to be a moose, that shit was mad rare. I was thinking, what the fuck is that shit doing out of the natural habitat in the city? Like that nigga got lost as fuck. That nigga did some shrooms and just tripped the fuck out.
Oh, Smoochie, you in Connecticut? I drove me and my girl drove over to Massachusetts. What was that, last week or a week or two ago, whatever. No, that was last weekend, I think. Yeah. And we drove all past Connecticut. That shit looked like natured the fuck out. It was trees all over the place, grass all over the motherfucking place.
If she named, no bullshit, like no disrespect, Smoochie. If you named yourself Smoochie, right, you gotta be either from New Britain, New London, or New Haven.
Smoochie, is he telling the truth or what? Let me know.
Or Hartford.
This nigga said like 4 different locations. But
right.
Yeah, though. So yeah, I drove all through Connecticut. He said he don't know. She said he don't know a thing because I'm not from none of them.
Ooh.
Smoochie ain't about to tell us where she from neither. She be keeping
she
her.
Ain't about to tell us. She knows I got one of them, right? She was like, "Oh shit."
Nah, she ain't gonna tell. She be keeping her shit private. She sent me an email. She sent me an email to show me what she looked like. Like, damn.
She sent you an email to show you what she looked like?
Yeah, she sent me a picture of her through email. She said she from Bridgeport. I think didn't I drive past there? Oh, I'm tripping. I don't know, but I drove past where Slime from though.
Yeah, man. He seen that beautiful city and said, "Damn, that shit whack."
Nah, nigga, I ain't seen nothing beautiful about Massachusetts. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Not where I
What?
drove past. Bro, I was in Lowell.
Yeah, that's
Bro,
why, nigga. You were fucking low, nigga. That shit's dry,
bro, that shit was so ass, bro. Like not
bro.
not like the people, cause her family was cool. Um,
It's it's the
bro,
environment. It's whack.
bro, like all the houses look old as shit. Like everything just look ran down. Like in Philly should be renovated. Like if you look at my crib look everything in my crib brand new. That's how Philly just be.
You
You
were
feel
in
what I'm
Mickey
saying?
Ward City. You know that, right?
Yeah, that's what one of the homies told me. One of my girl's cousin's husband told me that. But he said Dickie Ward, Mickey Ward's brother, used to live up the block from where he worked at. And that he said he used to be seeing him jogging and shit. But like,
That's tough.
yeah, so I thought that was pretty
But like,
cool. But
if you want to go to lit places in Mass, bro, obviously Boston, Newton. You could go to Brockton. Brockton's I.
I heard of Brockton. But yeah, bro, it was like, you ever heard of Holden?
Yeah, Holden, bro. That's like 15 minutes away from Worcester, bro.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, like that's nothing special. That shit dry as fuck. It's a little, it's bro. It's like a really tiny town.
Oh, all right. Yeah. But it looked like all like it just looked ran down like old. Like, you know what it looked like? I don't know for anybody that's from Philly or anywhere close. Like Lowell looked like Chester and PA. Like, have you ever been to Chester, PA, bro? It's like an hour. It's probably like 45 minutes away from Philly. It like all ran down and shit just looked old and outdated. Like that's what it looked like, bro. Like the restaurants looked all trash and bro, them niggas need some renovations going on over there, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
But it
it's
was,
because the mayor in Lowell, he don't care. He don't really be caring.
bro,
They
and
feel
that,
cheap.
yeah, bro, and that, bro, it was so. Bro, I ain't never see that many Asians in one fucking place.
Yo, and like I always hear, oh, niggas in Mass are racist. No, Nick, nah, it's not that. Niggas in North Adams, a specific part of Mass, they type racist. They be type racist.
Oh, word.
They be type racist in North Adams. It really be like just white dudes, bro. White people, bro.
I ain't
Straight up
gonna
white.
lie. I ain't gonna lie. I knew I was out of town because like if I'm an hour away from Philly, I don't even consider that being out of town. Like if I could get there quick, I'm not really out of town. But like, bro, where I was at in Massachusetts, I ain't see a single Eagles flag. Like I ain't see no Eagle shit, nothing. I seen all this Patriot shit. I'm like, yo.
Yeah, boy.
I was like, yo. I was like, oh yeah, I'm definitely cause like you could travel an hour north, west, south of Philly, and you still gonna see Eagle shit.
Bro,
You feel me?
like the major hats you would see like New Englanders wear are Celtics, Patriots,
I seen
Bruins,
Celtics. Yeah.
the Bruins, and
I only seen the Celtics and the Patriots. That's what I was seeing. I was like, damn. I said, yeah, I'm out of my element. And then when I told them where I was from, they was like, yeah, man. They was like, yeah, man, we don't fuck with the Eagles. I'm like, I
oh yeah, they're
don't.
like, oh yeah, niggas will let you know.
And I'm
Niggas will
like,
let
I
you know.
don't. And I was like, nah, nigga, you know I don't be giving a fuck, bro. I was like, I don't give a fuck, nigga. Fuck is you talking about, nigga? I don't give a fuck if you don't like the Eagles. I do.
Nah, niggas really be
Niggas ain't
passionate
been. I
about their
said, I was like, y'all
sports.
niggas ain't been shit since Brady left, nigga. Fuck you talking about?
Nah, that's a fact, nigga. Brady left and niggas was just like, womp womp.
Yeah. And they was like, well, we coming back. We coming. Yeah, come back, nigga. Fuck you talking about? We just won the bowl, nigga.
At least we're doing better than the Cowboys, bro.
Everybody doing better than the Cowboys. Fuck them too. Bum ass Dallas niggas. Earl Spence came to Philly and he was like, he ate like a cheesesteak or whatever. And he was like, yeah, Eagles still suck though. Like, nigga, how can you say we suck, nigga, with the team you got?
Oh you know what you should have did in Mass that you were in Mass? You should have showed them a picture of your famous sandwich and tell them what it's called. They'll tell you. They would have told you what I say.
Yeah.
I promise.
That's how I know y'all niggas sandwich gotta be trash.
Yeah, all right, bro. I told you. I already gave you a busting spot in the chat, bro.
No, that gotta be trash.
Gold spot.
Smoochie said, I heard them Boston dudes racist as fuck. I done heard that too, though.
Nah, nobody, bro. Boston, fuck no. They just suck at driving and they get mad because they suck.
Man, Philly. They don't really. I'm gonna tell y'all, Philly racist. Philly definitely racist. Shit, them Italians, they some racist motherfuckers, bro. South Philly.
Indians are real racist out in Mass, though.
Where?
Yeah.
Yo, where was I at, bro? Yo, we had stopped to get gas. I think we were still in Connecticut, though. We had stopped to get gas, and I could tell just like how the way I dress and how the way I be moving and shit, you could tell that I'm an out-of-towner and shit. So I walk in the John to get gas real quick. I think we was still in Connecticut. And you know, you got the nigga with the turban on and shit, old head, long ass beard. And then you got this young nigga. And I'm like, yeah. I said, I'm on, because in Philly, when you ask for gas, you gotta be like, yo, let me get 30 on pump 8 plus. You know what I'm saying? Because they gonna ask you what type of gas you want. You want the unleaded, you want the regular, you want the plus, you want the premium, whatever the fuck the case is. So the nigga, like, he brushed me off all crazy. I stopped and I looked at him. And I was like, you straight? He was like, oh no, yeah, we got it. But like, bro, he cut me off something crazy. I'm like, yeah, let me get 30. I said, let me get 30 on pump 8, man. I'm getting plus. And he ain't say nothing. He just took the money. And I'm like, you heard what I said? I said, like, right when I was about to repeat it, he said, no, we got it, buddy. We got it. And like, he brushing me off. I'm like, yo, this motherfucker right here, bro. That should have got you slapped in Philly, bro.
I feel like it's because of this. Like, at least from my POV, right? In Mass, you go to you do the exact same that you just did. You just give them the money and walk off. They hurt, like, that's what we do. That's probably what that nigga was expecting, for you just walk off. No bullshit.
Yeah.
Because we'll be like, yo, give me 10 on pump 1, and we'll just walk off. Give them the bread and walk off.
Yeah, but in Philly, you gotta ask what type of gas you want. Cause I think in Philly they be stealing gas. So that's, I don't know.
Oh, so the pumps, like, you can't walk up to the pump and press the thing?
Nah, some joints you can. You just gotta tell them what type of. Cause I remember niggas was stealing gas though. Like all they had to do was just blow into the fucking the rubber that the gas goes through, and the gas would just come pouring out. Like, it was some weird shit like that. Yeah, that was some crazy shit. But let me see. Yeah, and then like in Jersey, they pump the gas for you. Like, you're not allowed to pump your own gas in Jersey. So
we got spots like that, but that's like rare.
No, like in Jersey, you don't pump your own gas, right? So my best friend lived like in Jersey and shit. So I remember the one time I was coming back from his crib. This was during the pandemic too. So we was just having house parties every weekend. Like, we was wilding, bro. That was a good time. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. I ain't no big party nigga, but the pandemic was lit. Anyways, I go to the gas station. I hop out the car. Mind you, this one I was like, that's like when I first got my gun and all that shit. So I'm like, man, I had that shit with me everywhere. So the one boy, he come up to me, he like, yo, but like he speed walking up to me with his waving his hand. And mind you, I'm still like, I'm in the mindset where it's like, nigga, we in Philly. Like, I'm thinking, like, I'm in the mindset like I'm in Philly right now. So I'm like, yo, what's up with you, dog? Like, I'm like, what's up? He was like, you can't be doing that. I said, can't be doing what, nigga? Like I was on him. He was like, you can't pump your gas. I was like, why the fuck I can't pump my gas, bro? Like, I was so confused. He was like, cause we in Jersey. You can't pump your own gas in Jersey. I'm like, oh, all right. Like my fault, bro. I felt bad. I gave him after he pumped the gas for me and shit. I gave him a couple extra dollars. I felt dumb as hell, bro. I was like, yeah, my fault, bro. I was about to punch on him. But the way he ran up was crazy. I was like, oh, what the fuck? And, everybody was paranoid around the pandemic and shit, so we didn't want nobody close to us.
Oh, that nigga was about to come into a drive-by cough.
Shit. I had my mask on and all. That was crazy times, bro. Pandemic was crazy. Let me see.
Nah, the pandemic, bro. The pandemic was whack, bro. I'm like, damn.
What? That shit was fun for me.
Like, the only thing fun about it was, like, all them, like, lit-ass YouTubers. Bro, I don't be really going out like that. So I'd be like...
Me neither, bro. But my homie was like, nigga, first of all, we ain't had shit to do. That was one. There was lit, nigga. Nobody was working. It was like, what the fuck? Bro, nobody was doing anything. And we was all getting paid. Like, we was all getting paid.
Making breach.
Bro, that shit was insane. I was getting paid to sit on my ass and do nothing. I couldn't believe it. So I'm like, my homie be like, yo, bro, we having a pool party, bro. Come through. Like, bet. Go over there. Be all these bitches over there. I'm like, yo, this shit lit. Then it was like, oh, all right, that's a good time. This nigga called me the next day. Yo, we having another pool party, bro. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? I was living in Jersey for like half of that pandemic. I swear to God. Shit was insane, bro. I was like, nigga, it's Tuesday. He was like, yeah, nigga, but you act like you gotta go to work or something. I'm like, oh, all right. Bro, that shit was what, nigga? That shit was insane.
All I was doing was really spending bread, bro. Because, right, I remember one time I went to this local sneaker store, right, with my BM, and I walk in there and I just look at all them shoes and I'm like, damn, I'm about to cash out. I told my boy, I looked at my boy and I was like, yo, say I won't just tweet. He was like, you won't. I spent like a band $600 on shoes.
Yeah, you a dummy. You a dummy. You dumb.
Bro, we was making, every week we had like a check, bro. So that shit really didn't matter.
Yeah, but nah.
That shit was like.
But I say that, bro. I did good with the money that I got from the pandemic, but like, I could have really used that to get like my first crib, like my own crib, and I probably would have been owning completely by now. And I'd have had a crib before I had a kid. That'd have been lit. I mean, I'm chilling now. I got a beautiful crib, but I'm saying like my own home, not an apartment, like my own home.
Yeah.
I probably would have had that joint running by now.
Like, bro, looking back, if I could go back in time to the pandemic, I would have done all that.
Bro, the pandemic was the shit, bro. Nigga, there was literally nobody in the gym. Bro, I used to go in there, bro. I had the keys, bro. I owned this shit with my pop. I just open the gate, shut the gate so nobody would see me in there, bro. And I just do my own workouts, just chill in the gym so I ain't got to deal with nobody. Bro. And all the bitches was available because they wasn't doing nothing either. Oh, my God.
Bro, I remember hitting the strippy during the pandemic. Like, not during the pandemic, like 2021 after that shit.
Bitches spraying cheeks with the mask on?
Nah, it was 2021, like the summer of 2021. But like niggas still had bread left over from the pandemic though. Bro, we went fucking retarded at the strippy. Like retarded, buying bottles and shit, bro.
Well, I'm too like you can ask my girl when it come to her, she get whatever she want. My son, same shit. But I always had trouble spending money on myself and motherfuckers that I don't fuck with, bro. I could never be at a strip club because I don't want to give none of them bitches my money.
It's just the vibe. It depends on the people you go with, bro. Like if you have a lit energy vibe with you, bro, you'll be like, all right, I'm gonna spend a few hundred. You know, like once you get over a band, it's like, all right.
Yeah, bro. Like I went one time and like these niggas really be believing that these females like them, bro. I'm like, bro, these niggas be getting finesse on the low. Like, he was like, yo, bro, you see how the way You see how the way she looking at me, bro? Yo, bro, she want me, bro. No, nigga, she want what the fuck is in your hand, you idiot.
She wants what's in your hand, like, and she'll get it from you whatever way she wants to.
Yeah. Like, what is we? Yeah, bro. You see, bro, look, man, look, we all throwing money, but she put her ass on me, bro. I'm like, bro, y'all niggas, y'all the exact reason why strip clubs be thriving, cause y'all some real suck ass niggas, bro.
Be horny.
Shit.
No bullshit, like,
bro. As soon as I see that a bitch is a stripper or a bottle girl, bro, she chalk, cause I already know I already know that pussy got a price tag on it. Like, it's cool, bro.
For sure.
The bottle girls they be getting hit more than the strippers do.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh hell yeah, for sure.
Niggas be thinking, oh man, don't nobody hit the bottle girl. Nigga, everybody hit the bottle girl. Fuck is we talking about?
Some of the bottle girls look better than the strippers.
That's what I'm saying. Like, niggas been getting at the bottle girls. Like, I'm saying, like,
bro, you slip a bottle girl 250, you going in the back room with them. Come on, man. I'm telling you from experience. I tell you.
They got price tags just like the strippers. They just ain't on no pole, but they be wearing the same shit the strippers be wearing. They be throwing that ass in a circle like the strippers be doing. Like, they be really thinking niggas stupid. Well, they is stupid, but they be thinking I'm stupid as shit. Nah. Bro, I got this crazy. I'm gonna give you this story and I'm gonna get up out of here. I remember the one time, this was like around 2020. This was way before I had a son or any of that. Way before. This is 5 years ago at least. There was a white John I went to high school with. I ain't gonna say her name because I don't know, they probably be watching this shit. But bro, I knew her from high school. She was a cool John in high school, but like the thing was, like, my high school was hella racist, right? And like everybody in my grade hated me. Unless they knew me personally, bro. They knew me from the outside. They hated me. I had a terrible reputation because, like, a freshman year, I smacked the white boy, like, for calling me a Mexican and shit. So they always looked at me as like ghetto and shit like that. So they stood away from me. But when we graduated, them same bitches that claimed they hate me, they was right at me, right? And she was one of them. So I ain't know what she did for a career, none of that. Like, we was disconnected for years. And then she was like, "Yeah, I'm on break right now. FaceTime me, all this shit." So I'm like, all right. So I ain't had nothing to do. You know what I mean? So I FaceTimed her and shit. When I FaceTime her, I see she like in a locker room. I'm like, it's like, the fuck? So then, but she not showing herself on the camera yet. And she like asking me all these questions, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, all right. We going back and forth. Bro, she sit down, bro. She got this crazy ass outfit on. She turned these lights on. It's like a vanity. So now it's like all these bright ass lights, and she started doing her makeup. She's like, I gotta be out there in like another 20 minutes, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yo, where is you at? Like, fuck you mean you gotta be out there in 20 minutes? So I'm thinking she had a bar or something. She like, oh no, like, I'm a stripper, blah, blah. I was like, what? Bro, but then while I'm looking, she dropped the camera a little bit. I'm looking, she don't even peek, bro. She had a whole thigh outfit on. That shit was crazy. She had the one John, bro. This bitch got one titty completely out with the other one tucked in. Like, bro, she had, like, you see, I got a tank top on right now, right? So she literally had one of the titties was covered, the other one was hanging out. But she was doing her makeup and wasn't paying attention to her outfit, so she didn't even know that her titty was out. So I was like, yo, what the fuck? So I was like, yo, you good? Like, you straight? She was like, what? I'm like, look at you. And she was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. You know, I'm like, yo, listen, dog. Like
you can't be playing classy and saying sorry.
Yeah, like you. First of all, you ain't tell me that. You ain't tell me that you was working at a strip club. You should have just told me that. I didn't know you was a stripper. You should have told me that. So then now when I'm FaceTiming you, yeah, I mean, you beating around the bush. You're not really answering where you work at and shit. Whole time you drop the camera to start showing yourself your whole titty out with a whore outfit on. I'm like, oh no, I'm cool. Oh yeah, we don't fuck with them. Y'all be lying to niggas. Y'all be getting niggas in trouble. Y'all be burning this shit. I'm cool. Fuck up out of here.
Oh, yeah.
Shorty had the whole makeup brush on, beating her face, one titty out and the other one tucked in. Oh yeah, she shot the fuck out. She a mess. You need to go find. You need to go find God. You need to go find God.
Like no cap. You need to go read the 10 Commandments.
You need to go FaceTime God. That's what you need to do. You need to FaceTime me.
Nigga, God gonna pick up the phone, look at her, shake his head, and then be like,
man, they gonna pull out the book of all the shit that she done did in that strip club. So tell me why you did this. Yeah, I'm cool. Fuck all that.
She gonna be like, God gonna be like, so you gave 128 niggas chlamydia. That's crazy.
128?
Like, that's insane. But I'm gonna holler at you, bro.
All right, bro. I heard niggas yelling out there, so I was about to see what was good. But all right, bro. All right, bro. I'll let you.
All right, one.
Yes, sir. Shout out to the boy Slime. I'm gonna get up out of here. It says Diddy rejects plea deal in sex trafficking case. His attorney said the client was a swinger as trial nears. Interesting. I think we knew that already though, but it is what it is. But y'all have a blessed, beautiful night, man. We had a great live. You feel what I'm saying? But I gotta get up and work tomorrow morning, so I need to catch up on some rest. You feel me? But until then, I'll holler at y'all, man. Peace.